Hello, everybody, and welcome to the TARDIS Zone. I've got Cheryl here with me. Say hello, Cheryl.
Hello, Cheryl.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. I told you there would be people in the chat waiting, didn't I? Hello, Daniel, Marie, and Tim. And of course, you have to write something in the chat as well. How are you? Right, everybody. I hope you've had a great Christmas. We did. It was actually good, wasn't it, Cheryl? It wasn't actually too bad. It was peaceful.
No, there were like 2 pieces that I'd removed from the day, but other than that, it was wonderful.
Yeah. Cheryl's never 100% happy. You will get to know that quite. She always has something to moan about. But yeah, the turkey turn. By the way, right, so after I did the video, right, you aren't going to believe this. So I took everything out of the oven.
Actually, I think everyone will believe this.
And I took a 2-minute video of all the food cooked to show you the end result. And what did I do? As I was clearing the memory on my phone, because it wouldn't let me edit the video together and process it. So I decided to get rid of some of the stuff that was on my phone to make some space. And what did I do? I bleeding deleted the video permanently off my phone. So I don't have the video of the finished turkey, but it was lovely.
It was absolutely gorgeous.
It turned out great. The dinner was lovely, actually. I ate my dinner within, seriously, I was starving by the time I finished cooking. I literally just sat down and I think my plate was clean within 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Well, you'd finished the plate. Like, I hadn't even made a dent in mine. You were already gone.
Yeah, I was already done. I was
Teddy very much enjoyed his little mini Christmas dinner.
He had his little mini Christmas dinner too. Yeah, so it was a quiet one.
Yeah. Hello, Chris. Hello, Lord Thoth. Daniel, Maz. Welcome, everyone. Happy after Christmas time.
We've got 22 people watching us. Well, 20 now. 2 just disappeared there. How are you? Do us a favor, hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. We just decided we'd do something because we were sitting here, and even though it's been great and peaceful and all of that, we were kind of like, we've kind of had our fill of TV at this stage and stuff. So we said we'd come on for an hour or two. Cheryl said it all depends how many people turn up, because she was feeling a bit at the start. Is there anybody in the chat yet? I says, don't worry, as soon as I start, sometimes this happens. And there you go. We got Retro Dicky in the chat as well. Yeah, it wasn't a bad Christmas. I mean, look, I still don't get the hassle for one day, but there you go. It was nice. It was nice. And Daniel says he went out for a walk today for the first time in months.
Good on you, Daniel.
Good, man. Good. I say being cooked up all the time, and we know how you feel, man, because, well, I do.
I hope it was nicer there, Daniel, because it's freaking Baltic here.
Yeah, the temperature has gone really it's dipped. Jesus, like icicles when you're bringing the dog down for his little pee. And yeah, you come back up and you're like, you'll be frozen. It takes you ages actually to heat up, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. By the way, I was just sorry, I spaced out for a second because I was thinking that giant ball is still down there and Ted just wants it so much.
Yeah, it is. It's down by the skips now. But we do have a couple of things to talk about. Obviously, Cheryl wants to bring his, because there's a lot of negativity out there, and there's this little heartwarming story. I seen it on Twitter myself, actually. the day that the photograph was actually put up, and it did generate a lot of reaction. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, I will let Cheryl now fill you all in. So Cheryl.
Oh, well, first of all, I said it had to have a happy stream tonight, or it wasn't happening. So, because I just want it to be all, yay. So, last night I just was kind of flipping through stuff, and I saw a story that like warmed my heart, and it's been getting a lot of recognition. So I have no idea. Okay, don't laugh. Okay, do not laugh, because I'm going to attempt to say the name of a place in England, and I can't do European names properly, apparently. Saxmundham in Suffolk. Anyway, a little 8-year-old, they made him a TARDIS door frame. So it basically looks literally like he's walking into his own TARDIS. The way that his house is set up, they built the blue box as the entrance to his room, but built it outside from the door. So when you walk in, it just is like the beginning.
It's bigger on the inside.
Yeah, you have the link handy, don't you know?
I haven't got it up. I could share the link.
You know what? I'll post it. You know what? I can do it. I can post it in there.
It's okay. Look, I get it up. It's no problem.
No, I can do it.
I said it's okay.
But I'm just going to post it in the link or in the chat.
But you can read the article on the screen for everybody. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, no. I don't think anyone wants that.
There you go.
No one probably wants me to read it to them.
There you go. Okay, what's going on there? Oh, what?
As you can tell, Chris, I'm in the other room, so.
You know what? Boomer moment. I don't know what's going on with me lately, but I'm having a lot of boomer moments. That's not good. Right, let's do this again.
Yeah, anyway, the link's in the chat.
Oh, there we go. That should be it now. Right, so there you go. So he's a super fan there, right?
Yeah.
So as she said, there's the door frame there, folks. Right, so his mother put that photograph up, and it got.
Yeah, she put it up on Twitter.
Yeah,
and they were doing it during lockdown. So anyway, the tweet has been done like 150,000 times. She said Luke, the little boy, is a huge Doctor Who. He's just Doctor Who mad, and that he'd love a police public call box. So they wound up doing it was their lockdown project. And it said, having built the door frame in secret, Mr. and Mrs. Tucker installed it, complete with whirring lights on Christmas Eve, while Luke stayed with another family in the Tucker support bubble. He spotted the edge of it as soon as he walked in the door, Mrs. Tucker said. He squealed his head off and started shouting, wow, 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 and he's been running in and out of the door ever since. I mean, it's really brilliant. That picture, the one below it, looks really cool because they did the inside of his bedroom a bit. It's brilliant. Can you see?
Yeah,
he's got the white things. He's got the white things, the white round things.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it's a little. We don't get many good feel stories in the Doctor Who fandom anymore, unfortunately. But that was one, and the kid, you could see everything. He's a super fan. And it warms the heart that there's, that his parents, I mean, they literally went out of their way. They got him out of the house so they could give this to their son Christmas Eve. And he's running in and out like a lunatic. I'd be doing the same, though. I'd be reenacting scenes outside the TARDIS and all. What? 40
that reminds me of? So yesterday we were watching a couple more of the Doctor Who Christmas episodes.
Yeah.
And we were watching Capaldi's, and it totally ties in with what you were saying. I was just saying that I bet you for David Tennant and Peter Capaldi, playing the Doctor for them was like just second nature because they had to have grown up playing it. So
yeah.
So, I mean, that has to be their easiest thing to play because they've literally been planning on being the Doctor since they were little kids.
Yeah.
So I love that those parents wanted to foster that kind of excitement with their son and managed to pull off something so amazing and so brilliant and just pure joy.
Yeah, I agree. And I have to say, we've been enjoying Capaldi. We started off with this Christmas special before Series 9. So the Santa Claus one, the dream within the dream within the dream within the dream within the dream. That one. Do you know what? I've never really liked that story, to be quite honest with you. But after watching it again, I actually found it quite entertaining. I mean, it was. I did like the stuff with Danny Pink. I know Danny Pink gets a bad rep in my opinion, but I did love the scene with him, Clara, and the Doctor when when she knows she's dying, but she doesn't really give a crap. But yeah, I mean, look, we followed it on with the what you call it,
the two-parter of
started off watching season 9.
With the Fisher King.
Yeah, listen, I'm telling you now, right?
Santaception.
I'm being honest with you now, right? Peter Capaldi's era gets a bad rep because of Moffat, but I have to say, so far, maybe it's because we have all been exposed to this new era, and now his era doesn't look or seem so bad. But I'm really telling you, Series 9 is very enjoyable. I'm enjoying myself.
Mm-hmm.
Really, it's good.
Yeah, except Clara's starting to get on your nerves now.
Well, she is because, I noticed this time round that, he didn't know. She lied to him and told him that Danny Pink was alive. So obviously, naturally, when he comes back to see her, and then when he tries to flood our mind when those in the Christmas one, when those face huggers are trying to get her, she says, "Think Danny is alive and all," and how dare you? And she clatters him, right? But she told him that he was alive, so he wasn't the feckin' no. So there was things like that that's starting to annoy me. She's starting to chastise him a little bit, and you can also see as well that she's getting. You can see within her character though, and it is great that Jenna Coleman is able to reflect this on screen. But you can actually see that she's starting to get a bit reckless now. It's like Danny Pink's death has changed her now. She wants to take more risk, but then when she gets into risky situations, who does she blame? The Doctor.
Yeah.
So,
by the way, Daniel, I think A Christmas Carol, if I understood what I was reading when I was mostly awake last night, was that the Christmas Carol Matt Smith episode is apparently the favorite Who Christmas story to date.
Yeah, it's been voted. I just seen it there.
Like every year, it's been the favorite.
It's been voted again for the second year in a row.
Yeah,
the best Christmas special.
It is a really good one. I love that one.
Now, listen, I do love that story. I have to admit, I didn't originally. Right? It's been over the years when I've watched it again. I've said, look, you take it as it is, but it is a clever little story. But I think the best Christmas special, well, there's two that are in contention for me. And that's the very first one with Russell T. And I'd have to say Voyage of the Damned. I think those two, for me personally, are the best Christmas specials. Now, I do like The Runaway Bride, don't get me wrong. But there's something about those two episodes that stand out a little bit more for me. So for me, it's those two. Cheryl, for you, what's your favorite, Chris? Oh, well, I think I already know one of them anyway.
Well, the thing is I can honestly say, hands down, I love all of the Doctor Who Christmas specials.
Right.
But I think, it's hard to say because I always say that my favorite is The Return of Dr. Mysterio because it's the only one that doesn't make me gut-wrenchingly cry.
Yeah, and you know how I feel about that story.
I mean, honestly, I love them all so much.
No business in Doctor Who, but I have watched The Witch a few times since, and again, I will say it's not as bad as I remember, but I still don't think it's a Doctor Who episode. I don't.
You know, it's so weird for me because I have nothing but like, you know, positive memories of watching Doctor Who on Christmas. So there's nothing. I don't think there's one that I can say like as soon as you mention one, I'll be like, oh, I love that one. That's my favorite. And then you'll mention another one. I'm like, no, that one's my favorite because it's hard for me to pick a favorite because I generally love them all so much.
Well, this is how Bad Wolf 66 says Christmas feels bland now without Doctor Who at Christmas. Well, this is what I did. I got up, I put the oven on, I sat down, I put BritBox on, and I put Tom Baker's first episode on Robot, and I watched 3 stories then after that as well. Was cooking the dinner, doing the little videos for you at the time. So I was watching Doctor Who at Christmas, and then myself and Cheryl, then I think that's when we start watching a bit of New Who. Yeah, listen. The BBC mightn't show Doctor Who at Christmas, but that doesn't mean that you guys can't watch Doctor Who at Christmas and whack on your favorite Christmas special. You know,
and for us, the thing too is because we didn't bother to decorate this year, and everything's just been so weird and everything. It was the one thing that felt Christmassy.
Yeah. We sat down and we watched Doctor Who, and you know what? Look, BBC's not showing Doctor Who, but we've got all those Christmas specials, like, you know, and we will do them. Myself and Cheryl will do a few, I suppose, if Cheryl wants to after this stream tonight. If she feels like it went well for her, then maybe we can do a few watch-alongs with us with the Christmas specials. Why not, before the new year is out? Listen, I as I said, I do like the very first Christmas special with David Tennant. He's not in it that much, but then when he does make an appearance, he's brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very good, solid one. And then
it's funny because it's also ridiculous. Jackie flipping out over the Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Is priceless.
I'm gonna get killed by a Christmas tree.
I'm sorry, Jackie hands down makes that episode for me because she is just a disaster.
No, she's brilliant in it. She's brilliant. Even in season 1, when the Savine went to our house and all, and she's trying to tell Mickey, she's trying to tell them what it is, and she's waving her arms and all, trying to act like them on the phone. Like we all do, you know, when we're on the phone and we're talking to someone.
You mean like you do, even though you don't have the camera?
Like what I do on the computer all the time when I think people are actually watching me. Yeah. But look, I mean, we do have the upcoming special because it's been brought up. I mean, we'll watch, maybe not live, but we will watch because I am fascinated to see. I mean, they dropped a trailer actually while we were flicking through the stations last night. Another trailer popped up on BBC for Doctor Who. It was a heavily edited 30-second trailer with some of the clips that they've showed us. And the Captain Jack that they showed was when Manip tells Captain Jack he might be insecure. Like, so you can already see where
But again, the entire thing, and this is the only thing I'm going to say about it, the only negative thing we're going to do right now is this little teeny tiny thing is just that it is painfully obvious to me that no matter what they do about it, it is all focused on Jack.
Yeah, seems to be. And that's quite telling.
We'll just leave it at that because happy place. Happy place.
A few people are fans of Jackie.
Jackie's just brilliant. Again, when she's trying to help him and she's like, what do you need? You need tea. You need this. And he's like, shut up.
Yeah. Did you see Matt and Piper talking about Christmas? Yeah, they said that they downgraded the show. I know. We heard that. That was funny, actually. Because Billy asked them, Cheryl, if you're not aware. So Billy asked Matt Smith why they're not showing Doctor Who at Christmas anymore. And his response was they downgraded it, which I thought was kind of funny. Now, some people have made it out that it was a joke. I'm not quite so sure. Maybe it was a jokey way of tell it how he really feels. Look, at Christmas and Doctor Who is a tradition now. And it is sad that it's not on Christmas. But look, at the end of the day, as I said, there's plenty of Doctor Who out there that's already being made. I mean, you don't have to wait for BBC to put Doctor Who on at Christmas. Yeah, I know you would like a brand new episode on Christmas Day. That's what we all love. But at the end of the day, you've got all those Christmas specials, or you can put on your favorite New Who or Classic Who story like I did. And that's what I did Christmas Day. I watched Doctor Who on Christmas Day. I watched Classic and New Who. It didn't, and I still enjoyed it. And Cheryl was right. It was the only thing that felt Christmassy. It does. The two of them go hand in hand. BBC are actually idiots for giving up that slot, to be quite honest with you. But again, as Cheryl said, no negativity, and I'll try my best.
Mm-hmm.
It does annoy me because it is a tradition, and we've all gotten used to it, and now it's being taken away. But one day it might come back. But as I said, you've got all that. You've got all your past stories, so you can still watch Doctor Who on Christmas. That's me point.
I thought you were giving them your permission. You are allowed to watch it.
Yeah, we got a few people telling us that they were on Rabbi's channel watching Wonder Woman 1984. Yeah.
I still want to watch it, so I don't want to be.
I did get an invite, but the reason why I didn't join was because, number one, it'd be unfair on Cheryl because Cheryl wants to watch that movie. And if I watch it before her, you'll all know what'll happen. So no, I'm gonna watch it with the wife. And to be honest, I've seen spoiler-free reviews on both sides. But again, this is a movie I want to make up my own mind on. I don't want to be influenced by anybody, so I will watch the movie myself before I watch any reviews.
PD Rich and Problem Being and Alpha Omega and and Retro Dicky Jed.
Nice to see you all here. Do us a favor. Hit that like button. Yeah, why did you watch
Jingle those bells?
Well, Problem Being, that's what, look, sometimes, you watch movies that you wish you didn't watch, but you watched it. You could say that you watched it. And now, if anybody says, well, have you watched the movie? So at least you could say now, yeah, I have actually watched the movie, and this is what I think about it.
There are certain movies for me, though, that are just Christmas.
Rabbi got a puppy whoopee. Yeah, he sent me a little video of his puppy whoopee.
Yeah, what's his puppy whoopie's name? Has he given it a name?
Cute little video. I showed it to Cheryl. Cheryl was gushing all over the dog. Ted got a bit jealous, of course. He sees another dog on the doggy video. He hates it. If you haven't seen Ted actually react, there's a song out there for dogs. It's supposed to be a Christmas song. Now it does have bells at the start of it, but it's
on Teddy's channel. I uploaded it on Christmas.
And when he sees reaction, it's so bloody funny. It's so bloody funny, I have to say. We've got Charlotte Shields.
Alpha Omega. No, stop the clock right now.
Alpha Omega says with a $50. Holy moly. A $50 super chat. And he says, have a happy new year. Well, we'll make the best of the new year. I don't think many people will be saying Happy New Year to people this year because they don't want to make the same mistake as they did.
I think you cry a little. Thank you.
You know what? I have to be honest. I do feel optimistic for next year. And the doggy's name is Daisy.
Daisy. Oh, I love that.
That's a lovely name. $50 super chat by Alpha Omega. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, pal. Let's hope it is a better new year for us all. Look, I don't think it can get any worse than this, to be quite honest with you. So, onwards and upwards, as they say. What? We got Clobbering Times in the chat as well. We got Jed. Charlotte is in the chat as well. As I said, Problem Being, I'll give you a few shout outs there because I see there's a lot of names coming in. As Cheryl said, Rabbi is there as well. PD Rich. We got Alpha Omega, Retro Dicky. We got David in the chat as well. Bad Wolf 66, awesome one. Charlotte is in the chat. Daniel is in the chat as well. Anders Christofferson is in the chat. Raymond O'Reilly, the 80s fanboy, the classic 80s fanboy, sorry, is in the chat also. And if I have forgotten anybody, please let me know. Let me know in the comments there. We got Rossi G12 as well. Daniel says he's just gone for a second because he's gone to get some chocolate. CJ Campbell 37 is here as well. Shane is also in the chat. So yeah, Cheryl just went to get a drink. I think I might have a Jack Daniels now. So I got the Tennessee honey Jack Daniels, and I got myself some white lemonade. They've got cans of the stuff that's already pre-made, but I'm gonna make my own. I've got one more can to drink, and then I'm gonna start making my own. So I've got 2 bottles of Jack Daniels in there to polish off. Obviously, we won't do what we did. Oh, Cheryl has the camera on to show you his Ted, and yeah.
Teddy, look, you're on camera. Teddy, say hi to everyone, Ted.
Hello, Teddy. Teddy,
say hi to people.
Teddy, do you like Peter Capaldi?
He missed me while I've been in here.
Ted.
Oh, where's Daddy?
Ted.
Oh, there's Daddy. Look.
Ted. Say happy New Year to everybody. You little psychopathic. I can't even say it anymore. I've lost all my words now. I've lost all my words. Right, well, getting back to the old chat. Hey, Ted.
There you go. Calm down now, didn't you?
Hello, buddy. We got Clobbering Times in the chat. We got Dave Travels Through Time in the chat. Teddy. Teddy.
What's he doing, buddy?
Right, back to the chat anyway. Sorry we're being distracted by a dog. Anyway. So yeah, as we said, Christmas Carol was voted the best Doctor Who festive special again. There is an article there that I did want to bring up, but Cheryl thinks I'm going to get negative about it.
No, I said I think you should bring it up because it's a good article. Oh, no, you're talking about the other one.
I'm talking about the Chris Chibnall one. But there is an article here from John Barrowman that was put up 3 days ago. I don't know if anybody has actually heard. So it's from Digital Spy, and it says, Doctor Who's John Barrowman will never apologize to the bigots for groundbreaking Jack Harkness role, and he shouldn't have to. Doctor Who's Captain Jack Harkness. Hold on, I hate the way these articles have all these ads. Force flounced onto our screens in his long coat all the way back in 2005, and has snogged practically everyone since then. The homosexual time agent is still pretty progressive now, let alone 15 years ago. And if it makes people uncomfortable, then it's not something John Barrowman is ever going to apologize for. Listen, I just want to say one thing, right? Captain Jack is one of my favorite characters in Doctor Who. Ever since he appeared in 2005, I was hoping that this guy would return at some stage, and he has over the years. If there's still people out there to this day that are still arguing the fact that John Barrowman is playing an only sexual character on Doctor Who, well, they need to get a life, right? He's been part of Doctor Who ever since it came back in 2005. And you know what? There is nothing wrong with his character. And yes, he's went around and kissed nearly everybody. We know that. But there's so much more to Captain Jack than that. And I hate the way that we have to keep focusing on someone's sexual orientation. I mean,
I'm
he's a good.
so shocked though, because I literally don't think it was ever a problem. Like, who's like?
Well, here,
Why are we talking about it now?
Here it is. Here, look at. He says, speaking to Pink News. So everybody knows who Pink News is. The actor said, it was groundbreaking. I've always tried to live my life openly, honestly, and not apologize for who I am. I will never apologize for being myself, and you should never. You're right. Absolutely, 100%. Why should you apologize? Bleeding hell. Oh, I can't believe. Listen, either this article is just trying to drum up fake outrage, because Cheryl does make an interesting point. I've never actually seen in this fandom people object to Captain Jack in any way, shape, or form. I've never seen it. Now, I'm not saying it hasn't happened, but I can honestly put my hand on my heart and say I've never seen anybody come after Captain Jack. He is one of the most universally loved characters in Doctor Who, and it proved it. It proved that when he made his cameo last year, the ratings shot up that episode because he was in it. For how long? 30 seconds or something his cameo was for? So I'm not buying this, but this is Pink News. Look at.
No, again, I almost understand it.
Or propaganda, they try to drum up this fake outrage. It is fake outrage. I mean,
think about it. Think about it. If there was gonna be an issue with Captain Jack, it would have been when he first came on, and there was the whole thing about his sexuality or something. People would have been upset then. I mean, let's be honest. There's still, people that are awful and should shut up and not speak and stuff. But the main thing is the majority of people are much more accepting of that. So I have a hard time believing the outrage is there now.
Yeah, and another thing, I mean, the first time we find out that Captain Jack is basically, that he will basically anything with a pulse. Nothing wrong with that, right? But we see him with that guard. What's his name? What's your man's name? Do you remember he's staring out the window?
Alonzo?
And, what's his name?
Well, not Alonzo, right?
No, not Alonzo. And he's looking at Billy Piper hanging out of the balloon, and he says, nice bottom. And your man goes, steady on me. And then he goes, oh, you have a nice bottom too. That's when we knew straight away. And nobody, I even remember the reviews, I remember fans, nobody was talking about the fact that Captain Jack, liked men or whatever, or liked women. No, it wasn't about that. It was about his character, about what he'd done in the episodes, and everybody loved it. So again, I hate these articles always surface up, right? Because, they want to let everybody else know that there's still bigotry in the fandom. I'm not going to deny that there's still fans out there that might have a problem with certain aspects of things that BBC do. But at the end of the day, to say that Captain Jack, since that the bigotry is still here since 2000, since he first appeared until now, no way, not a chance. If that's the case, then right, why was Torchwood so popular? If Captain Jack was such an issue because of his sexuality, well then why was Torchwood so successful?
Well, he was way more outrageous than Torchwood.
Right? He was way more outrageous than Torchwood, and I fucking love Torchwood. He's brilliant in Torchwood. He's brilliant. It's ridiculous. This is why I give out, man. I hate all of this fake outrage, and it's making the fans out to be something that they're not, right? And it's disgraceful. Captain Jack is loved by everybody. It doesn't matter what our sexual orientation is. We all gravitate towards him because we can all see bits of ourselves in Captain Jack, because he's that universal kind of a character. We can all relate to him in some form or some shape, some way. You know what I mean? I'm sick of this. I'm sick of the Pink News and other media outlets like that trying to make it out that this fandom is full of bigots, and it's not. And I'm not saying there isn't bigots in this fandom. We all know there is. But to say that people still have a problem with Captain Jack is absolutely ridiculous. I don't agree with it. I don't. And you know what? John Barrowman does have every right to respond if he thinks that that is happening. And if it is, fair play to him for responding. He has every right to respond, and I back him fully, 100%. If there's anybody out there that has a problem with Captain Jack still to this day, well, then you no longer belong to this fandom. Seriously, there's no place for bigots, no place for people like you that discriminate against people like John Barrowman.
It just takes so much more energy to be hateful.
Exactly. It's just ridiculous. It is. I just don't get it anymore. I don't. Captain Jack is. Look, every time you come. Look, that's the only thing that I'm actually looking forward to. I am worried what Chris Chibnall's going to do to Captain Jack, but I can tell you that is one thing that I'm actually looking forward to, and at the same time nervous about is Captain Jack in the upcoming special, right? I love him. He's a great character, and I do feel that it's going to be ruined by the fella that's writing him. But we'll see. Never know. John Barrowman's a great actor. He might be able to pull a rabbit out of the hat and actually make it believable.
You know, I said it before and I'll say it again and then I won't say anything else, is that they're 100% banking on the only way people coming to watch New Year's Day is because of Jack. That's why they're playing it up so much, is because there is nobody that is not like, even if you like us, even if you cannot stand this current era, you have a soft spot for Jack and you still want to see it. I mean, I was hands down 100% not going to watch this at all, period. Couldn't be interested. Now I just want to be like, oh, but I could just watch it just for the Captain Jack parts. Like my best friend, Melinda, her son is a huge Star Wars fan, and she only cares about Baby Yoda when they're watching The Mandalorian. So they literally call her in whenever, Baby Yoda's on the screen. And that's literally what I would be doing for this time. Like, just want to see Captain Jack's bits. It's all good.
Yeah, I mean, look, yeah, I know, and they are clever the way they're doing it, because you can see even the trailers.
Thank you, Rossi G.
They're focused on Captain Jack even in the trailers. It's very clever. The Doctor hardly features in the trailer. The only time she features in the trailer is when Captain Jack is actually talking about the Doctor to the companions, and you see flashbacks of her in the prison. But that's it. Everything else is focused on Captain Jack. And it's actually focused on his companions as well. And it looks like maybe Yaz has actually done a bit of work, because in the trailer that I seen, she has those, what do you call those sticky paper things that you put on the wall? There's a name for them.
What?
Do you know the paper that you take off and you can stick it onto stuff?
Post-it notes?
Is that what they're called?
Yeah, sticky notes.
Right, sticky notes. Yeah. So it looks like she has the whole TARDIS interior full of sticky notes. So maybe Yaz is actually going to do some investigating in this special. Maybe she's going to get a little bit more to do, which I hope they do. I hope they give her a lot more, because let's be honest, it's not going to be.
You want me to read this one?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you read that next super chat.
Okay.
Through it up there. So whenever
our next super chat, which is very much appreciated, from Rossi G12 for $19.99 US, is this Jack story now is to distract from the disaster of the current series. Everyone loves Jack. End of story. I bet the BBC planted the story. Ooh, interesting take.
Well, if it's to be believed, Captain Jack may also feature in Series 13. So we will have to wait and see what happens with that. But I don't know. Look, I mean, it's you can see that BBC don't look. We don't want to get negative, but you could tell that the focus is on Jack in this. It'll be interesting to see if the episode actually focuses mostly on Jack, or is it going to focus? They could do a switcheroo. Yeah, they show us all of the Jack parts, thinking that Jack is going to feature heavily in this, and probably won't feature heavily at all, or could feature quite heavily. Nobody knows until we actually watch it. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. 6:45, BBC advertised for 6:45 New Year's Day. So it's the evening schedule. It's going to be going up against Coronation Street, Emmerdale first, and then Doctor Who'll still be on, and then it'll be up against Coronation Street. So it'll be very interesting to see how it does. But yeah, I'm not excited. I'm more worried about what they'll do with Jack's character. I just hope it's not ruined.
Lee says he really likes Jack, but he's a bit embarrassing doing it at this point.
Yeah, I don't think anybody should hate on John Barrowman either for taking the opportunity to come back. This man has wanted Captain Jack to return. Oh, okay, obviously with Torchwood, but you can tell that he loves this character. So if Chris Chibnall came to him and said, "Listen, we're thinking of bringing Captain Jack back. Are you interested?" He was always going to jump at that opportunity. And as well, he does care about Doctor Who. And if he believes that the show, like the fans, but doesn't want to say anything, but believes that this show actually is in trouble, he would come back to try and save the show. He would. He's that type of person. That's why I love John Barrowman, because I think deep down, that's what he is doing. I think he's coming back because he's trying. He knows the show is struggling, and he would have seen that as well, the ratings. Look, he's not tick. He's like us. He'd look at the ratings like the rest of the fans, right? He'd see when his cameo happened, the ratings went up, right? So he'd think to himself, and Chibnall would have seen, that's why he's back. That's why he's back. It's so obvious why he's back. Because Chris Chibnall seeing this, the BBC seeing this, let's bring him back. And John Barrowman would have been aware of this as well. So, of course, he's going to come back. He's going to do everything he can in his power to save the show. And I guarantee if there was some of them out there that were short of work right now because of what's happening out there in the world, I'm sure if Chris Chibnall rang them up too and says, "Listen, we need you to come back," I guarantee you they would. They'd do anything. Even Karen Gillan has signalled that she might return one day, that she'd love to return one day. We hear Alex Kingston all the time. She keeps talking. Billie Piper keeps saying she'd love to go on an adventure with Jodie's Doctor and all of this, right? So they've all been talking up lately. So as I said, and listen, this is not confirmed or anything, and this is just me speculating. But as I said, don't be surprised if there's a surprise or two along the way in Series 13, and maybe an old companion or two might even return. Now, that's just me speculating. I'm not saying that's happening, but I wouldn't be surprised because, I don't think Chris Chibnall can see a way out of this. And I don't think he could see a way out of the rating slide. And I think this is what he thinks will work. Member berries can only work for a certain period of time. And then when those member berries wear off, then people will look at that episode with a cold eye. So, yes, Captain Jack's returning, but I'll still be watching the rest of it. I won't be sidetracked by Captain Jack's cameo. Yes, I'll be excited and nervous at the same time, but got a job to do. And if this story is bad, which many people are predicting, I hope it proves us all wrong. I really do. I hope Chris Chibnall blows it out of the water. I hope Jodie Whittaker gives us the performance of a lifetime, and I hope Captain Jack steals the show. Right? That's what I love. A good story. But if we look at the past, let's be honest. Will we get that? We don't know. And that's the thing about it. Cheryl, I just want to ask you really quickly. So, Captain Jack, obviously, the New Year special. Is that the only thing you're looking forward to, is the Captain Jack parts? Yeah.
Yeah, and I hope it's like the Christmas Invasion part where it's like, mostly him and not her. But the fact that everyone else will still be there, And we know that it's the final episode for Ryan and Graham.
Yeah, yeah.
But really, I'm literally only interested for the Captain Jack parts.
And apparently Chris Chibnall himself broke down after seeing the finished story. The Doctor Who boss apparently broke down. Again, I've noticed this as well. They started this with Bradley Walsh or Jodie Whittaker. Apparently, she had to be carried off set. Apparently, Bradley Walsh and Tolson Cole were gutted. They couldn't handle it. And now, all of a sudden, now Chris Chibnall apparently broke down. I mean,
well, wait,
this is really emotional. Either this is really one of the most emotional things that they've done, or they're talking out of their backsides again. I don't know. What do you think, Cheryl?
Well, I was going to say, let's be fair, because when Billie Piper did her final scene, she was inconsolable. So, maybe for them, like if they don't pay any attention to what people are saying, then, and they're just really enjoying themselves, I don't know.
I'm just
trying to stay in my happy place.
But I mean, I just don't.
I'm enjoying my cocktail, by the way.
I don't buy it. For the simple fact is that like there's nothing emotional about this series. The only emotion that people feel when they watch it is anger and despair, right? I mean, Chris Chibnall, let's be honest, series 11 and 12, there's been nothing emotional in that at all. So I don't know how all of a sudden he's pulled a rabbit out of the hat and this is going to be the most emotional thing ever. What I'm trying to say is they're coming out and saying that they all broke down this, that, and the other. It's all bull.
Well, maybe because they're the only ones that genuinely like the show.
Well, maybe they do. Yeah, you're probably right, though.
But I'm going to stay in my happy place and enjoy my cocktail.
So we'll see what happens anyway. And it'll be interesting to see if we get any more answers to this timeless children rubbish. But we will move on. Oh my God, EastEnders only pulled in over 3 million viewers overnight on Christmas Day. Wow. Back in its heyday, EastEnders Christmas special, I remember, reached over 19 million people. And you're telling me only 3 million people in the overnights watch now. BBC is in trouble anyway. I mean, their shows have been slated. Even Mrs. Brown's Boys went woke this year. I'm very disappointed in Brendan O'Carroll, actually, to be quite honest with you. But that's what you do to keep your job. You just, if you don't have those beliefs, you're gonna do it anyway.
See, it's different on this side because over in the US, we don't put it's rare that a new thing will go on telly on Christmas, unless it's like, I think one year they did Carrie Underwood and did The Sound of Music live kind of thing. But for the most part, it's not. We watch A Christmas Story on one of the channels. Christmas Story runs 24 hours straight. It just continuous loop.
Yeah.
It's just Christmas movies on all day. So for me, Christmas is like Doctor Who, or it always was Doctor Who, Christmas, A Christmas Story, Elf. I mean, just all of those, and like musicals. Yeah. I just remember doing that. I mean, we just didn't sit around watching that. I mean, it's amazing to me over here that you guys actually put on like new programming because it's so different.
Yeah, Charlotte says, no, everything is down, so I think Who is in trouble. Look, it is. We already know this. I mean, if EastEnders couldn't get over 5 million, I know it's been struggling over the past while anyway, and they brought in new writers to try to boost it, but it was still getting 7-8 million people watching before this crisis hit. But you think that it'd get more viewers because there's more people at home. But unfortunately, what's happened is, like all shows, BBC has the British public have already told the BBC what they want, and it's not this. And whether the few vocal minority on Twitter or social media, I don't care if they don't get that anymore. At the end of the day, suck it up right? They don't want all this virtual signal, political crap in their shows. If you want to do all that, there's a platform somewhere else to do it. You don't use big TV shows. You even see Lewis Hamilton as well using his sport as a platform. Use your celebrity, yes, but don't use your sport, right? A sport that has given you the life that you have now, right? Use your celebrity. You don't use your sport and start virtual signal in your sport. Now, I know Cheryl disagrees with me on this, and I will stop after this because I don't want to have a big rant. But I'm just sick of it all. All I want was what we seen with the Mandalorian. Right? That's been a breath of fresh air, that show. The first two seasons for me, brilliant. It was like the Orville when the Orville came around, and it's great that they're actually filming series 3 now. So we'll get a series 3 of the Orville, which is absolutely fantastic. But that's all we want. We just want shows. And listen, Orville does it properly. If you want to get your message across, then all you just have to do is look at the way the Orville does it. But nobody does that, right? It's just front and center, and nobody wants it. The British public have spoken. BBC is in trouble. And if they don't change course now, and I believe if they don't change course now, they're not going to recover from this. Even the ex-BBC chief has said that if they lose the TV license, they don't have many options. Their options are actually limited to them because they've set themselves in a place for years now, and it'll be very hard for them to move from what they are to something new. So they either need to go back and start entertaining the audiences again like they used to do back in the day, or BBC is going to disappear off your screens. Simple as that. And you know what? They'll deserve it. They'll deserve it because they won't listen to the British public. British public have overwhelmingly spoke, and they still continue to pander to a few morons, and that's what they are, morons on social media that drive all of this crap. Go somewhere else and do it. Doctor Who's not the place to be doing all of that, right? I'm sorry. I'm going to say it outright. Doctor Who's a sci-fi adventure show. It's not to be used there to be plug bleeding feckin' climate change and all of that other rubbish. Right? You want to do that, do a show about bleeding climate change and leave fucking Doctor Who alone. It's as simple as that, right? It's supposed to be bleeding entertainment. We're supposed to watch these shows to escape, not watch these shows and be depressed. So, yeah, and I don't care if you're bored. It's ridiculous. So I'll tell you now, the entertainment industry, you want to take a long, hard look at yourselves. You won't last long if you continue this path. It's as simple as that. So smash that like button, share the stream and all of that other stuff. Hit that notification bell. Someone is saying Wonder Woman.
That bell.
It's very bad. Well, we haven't watched this, so we're going to make up our own minds on Wonder Woman 1984. So we'll wait until we see it. We've also Chris in the chat as well. Welcome, Chris. Awesome. It proves no pro sports are choreographed, but not as well as wrestling. At least wrestling still has entertainment in it. Oh, yeah, some wrestler died. He was only 41 or something.
Yeah.
Any wrestling fan.
It wasn't COVID.
Yeah, which is, yeah, it's never nice to hear something like that. We got awesome one in the chat as well. Welcome. But Cheryl, anything you want to bring up? Is there any article there that you're seeing, or is there anything you want to talk about? How about, do you want to tell people, I know you kind of touched on it when I was doing my stream on The Mandalorian, but do you want to tell everybody what you think The Mandalorian as a show overall?
No, I loved it. It's why does Teddy sound so sad?
Because he's probably looking for a ball, so you just talk and I'll sort him out.
Okay, he's hurting me. Like, Oh my goodness. Alpha Omega, thank you so much with a Noel will put it up in a second, a $75 super chat. Jesus. Best wishes to you both. Glad to contribute. Thank you again. That is beyond kind and stumped me for a bit there. You know, for me, the thing about the holidays is the genuine kindness and generosity you see of people, and things like that just really make it amazing. Like, I'm actually all stuttery now.
Wow.
Thank you.
$75 super chat. Best wishes to you both. Glad to contribute. Alpha Omega again. Alpha, I mean, I heard what Cheryl just said there, but like, seriously, man, thanks very much for that. I really do appreciate it. And I have to be honest, every time I get a super chat, it always takes me back a little bit. But holy man, thank you. We really appreciate it. Just to let you know, because I know you watch me gaming streams, I might have a gaming stream tonight. So yeah, I got a new game for Christmas.
That's code for Cheryl might be drunk and sleepy later and go to bed really early.
Yeah, which means then I'll get a bit of gaming in. So that'll be good. But
James,
listen,
another fun fact, aside from Back to the Future, I've also never seen The Matrix.
well, we have The Matrix there because remember
I know.
So we've got The Matrix there, but I'm telling you, you'd probably
yeah, I'm okay.
Watch it and you'd probably be like, what's going on here?
Yeah, I'm okay. It seems like I'd have to think a lot, and that bothers me when I'm watching stuff.
Yeah, I haven't watched them in years. We got a super sticker from Kit Ellis, 149 super sticker.
Let me check.
I can't see it. What is it? It's a what?
Hold on, I'll tell you in a minute.
Listen, we really appreciate it.
What do you think it is?
It's either a doggy or a unicorn.
It's a unicorn.
There you go. Thank you for that, Kip. Absolutely fantastic.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely fantastic. It's a unicorn, says Proper Bing. Yay! So yeah, I mean, look, just a bit of taken aback by those super chats, to be quite honest with you. But
and I mean, I know we get thrown at certain times, but any super chat is genuinely appreciated, and we're always a little stunned and surprised because it's just something that's really kind that people would contribute to the channel. So thank you.
Yeah, we do really appreciate it. But back to the Mandalorian, I think that's what we were talking about before we got the old super chats and got a bit distracted there. But I will actually question you on that. So why haven't you watched Back to the Future?
Why?
Yeah, I think everyone's interested.
It's something I need to clear something with Chris. Though, just to be clear, I have seen all of the Lord of Rings movies. That's not even something I would skip. So I'm good there.
Yeah,
Back to the Future is, for whatever reason, when it came out, I guess I couldn't have been bothered to see it in the theater or whatever. It just wasn't something that I was. I don't know. I was probably doing something like in my fake emo stage or something. Who knows what I was doing? I was being all rebellious or something and missed it. And then I never kind of got around to watching it. And then it just absolutely flipped people out that I hadn't seen it. So then I just kind of was like, okay, well, now I'm just not going to watch it. It's just going to be my thing. I'm just going to be the person that hasn't seen Back to the Future. So I think I'm probably cutting off my nose to spite my face because, I mean, it is Back to the Future. I love Michael J. Fox. I love Christopher Lloyd. It's got a dog in it. And it's timey-wimey, but it's just one of those things. It's just weird. It's just like I've gone this long in my life without ever seeing it. And it's not that I have anything against the movie. It's just never been that thing where I'm like, oh, I really want to watch. It's just never been that. And I don't know why. And I think at this point, some of it honestly is because hearing about it for so much and hearing people talk about it has been built up so much I'm kind of afraid if I watch it, I'll be disappointed. You know, like it's been played up so much that what if I watch it and I don't think it's as great as everyone else built it up to be? Like I felt like if I had seen it earlier, then maybe, but now it's sort of like I don't want them to ruin it for me.
Rossi G12 actually says, I've never seen the third Back to the Future movie, not going to lie. Well, we do have the second one because we already did the first one on Wednesday. And then I was thinking maybe on Friday, do the last one.
I don't even think he was listening, Charlotte. Not at all.
What?
Nothing. Go on. Continue on.
Yeah, but Cheryl, yeah, the fact that Cheryl hasn't watched Back to the Future kind of, you know, it kind of puts a strain on their marriage a little bit. You know, the fact that my wife hasn't seen Back to the Future trilogy kind of disturbs me a little bit. Yeah, so I might have to sort that out and you know, make her watch them.
But I just explained my reason you weren't listening.
I was listening. You're doing it to spite you. You're doing it to spite yourself because people have built it up so much. I was listening. I was listening. I was just adding to what you were saying. Yeah, people have built it up so much. You're afraid that if you watch it, you'll be disappointed. But I don't think you will be disappointed. And I don't think you should be listening to other people. I think you should watch it yourself anyway and make up your own mind. Retro Dickie said, I would watch it your own mind. Exactly.
No, say third again.
What?
Say third again.
Third.
Nah, say it turd.
No. I won't now. Ha 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 ha. Right, and this is not slag no old stream. Yeah. Don't watch Back to the Future.
I wanted to hear you say it again.
Emo stage. She wasn't an emo stage. She was a bloody nun at that stage.
Oh.
You know, wanted to go to church singing Hallelujah. You know, probably went home dressed up in a nun's costume. Wanted to be a nun. That's why she didn't say it. What other movies have you not seen? This be interesting now.
I don't know. I mean, I have seen a lot of movies. I don't like.
Have you seen Flight of the Navigator?
Yeah, I watched it with you, dope.
All right. Okay. Hold on. Let me see. But you didn't before that.
No.
Yeah.
But I was grown, so.
Yeah. See, there's something wrong with her. She didn't see that. Did you see E.T.?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure. Let me see. Have you seen Close Encounters of the Third Kind?
No.
Oh, there's something wrong with you. Have you seen The Abyss?
No.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my God, this is heartbreaking. Have you seen Mac and Me?
No. I don't even know what that is.
Oh my God, this is terrible.
You know what movie I hate though? I really, really, really fucking hate.
What's that?
Stupid Short Circuit.
Don't you dare.
I hate that movie. I hate it so much.
Butterfly.
It's the least funny movie I've ever seen, and it's ruined the Bee Gees for me.
Get away, Johnny Five.
No, I hate him. I would kick him down the stairs.
No. I'm not having that. I'm not having that. Everybody in the chat, who likes Short Circuit? Right?
Has one if you like Short Circuit.
Yeah, well, look, right. Here's where
I have seen Titanic, Chris, and I
really bringing that movie to life. The only part that I didn't like was the whole Jack and Rose crap. Was that her name in it? No. Was that her name in it?
I don't know. It was Ali Sheedy.
Oh, who gives a crap anyway? Right,
Stephanie.
Right, Kate Winslet. Right. I mean, look.
Retro Dickie has it. Disassemble number 5.
No, disassemble number 5. He said. No, disassemble number 5.
No, I'm sure he said absolutely.
Number 5 said, you leave Short Circuit alone.
I'm reading it my way. No.
I'm alive.
I'm sorry. is David Rayner saying Short Circuit is actually greater than E.T.?
No,
No.
I'd have to disagree with that one now. But Short Circuit is up there. The second one was a bit. The second one was definitely a crap. Have you seen Splash?
You know what other movie I hate that you like?
What?
3 Men and a Baby.
That's a brick. Get up.
And who's talking?
Right, we're getting a divorce.
Yeah, sorry.
3 Men and a Baby.
No, not funny. 3 Men and a Little Lady can feck right off.
Yeah, no. That second one is not as good as the first one, but it's still good.
No. Hate them both. Hate them all. Hate them all. Hate them all.
We got someone that hates E.T. Dave that actually hates
E.T.
Right. Well, that's the first time I've actually ever came across anybody that hates that movie. I don't know how to react to that, actually.
To which one? E.T. or
E.T. E.T. I mean, if you don't, E.T. is brilliant, and then the end, you get very emotional.
Yeah, I just hate Short Circuit so much.
There's something wrong with you, on. Have you seen Splash?
Yes, and I hate that too.
Where about Big? Have you seen Big?
I love Big.
Oh, there's something wrong with you.
Wait, there's something wrong with me because I like Big?
Yeah.
You don't like Big?
Well, think about it. It's a creepy older woman lusting over a little boy. So
he doesn't know he's a little boy at the time. Don't make it weird.
Well, it was weird because
you're weird.
Because the scene at the end was weird, where she's giving him a look when he turns into the kid. Get away! Ridiculous movie. Where about
David Rayner really hates E.T.
Right. I don't know how to react to that, so I won't. I don't know what else to ask because I'm afraid to ask.
I'm a big fan of all the Monty Python movies. Big fan of them. All Mel Brooks.
Oh, no, she loves Flash Gordon.
Oh, yeah. The original Flash Gordon, please. Yes. Flash.
She redeems herself in a way because she likes other stuff that, yeah, but I can't get over the fact, yeah, sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you leave him alone. He never
My
did.
sister 1 year for Christmas. What?
You've never seen Cocoon either, haven't you? No.
That's with the old people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, she hasn't seen Cocoon either. That's a great movie.
Oh, I also hated Howard the Duck.
Yeah, well, I don't think... I know there's a few people that do like that movie, but I'm with you on that one, so we agree on that one.
Not the ballworms. Yes, the only way you can say that, Lord thought, Gordon's alive? Sorry.
Oh, by the way, brings me on nice little segue because apparently Ming the Merciless, I read this, apparently Ming the Merciless is racist. Right.
I mean, I guess kind of, yeah.
Right. I just yeah, but I just want.
Oh, I don't like Spaceballs either. No.
Yeah, but hang on. I just want to add something though. He's an alien, so
that's why he's racist. He's like basically he's a freaky. He's like North Korea.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Like the universe.
He's racist.
Yeah, he is racist.
It's not racist.
He's racist against other alien races.
Universe. I actually like that movie, believe it or not. It has a very young, what's her face in it before she became famous with Friends. What's her name? It's Courtney Cox. She's in that movie. It's not a bad movie. It's not the greatest movie, but it was a movie of its time. So I did my Masters of the Universe. It wasn't too bad. But I
mean, it's kind of stupid saying something about an alien being racist. I mean, that's just a weird conversation. Yeah, I'm still on that. Just a weird conversation to have.
They need to kind of get a grip now. I mean, everybody. I'm being honest, right? It's just right. It happens a lot. There's just people out there that are unfortunately, they can't live their lives without being offended by something, and they only live to be offended. So unfortunately, there's going to be always people out there that are always going to point some stuff out in the past It's in the past. Get over yourselves, you morons. You know, get on with life. There's better things to be actually outraged and to be actually offended by that's happening in the world right now, instead of getting offended by a TV show or a movie of the 70s, the 80s, or whatever fucking decade it is. Cop ontos ourselves.
That is amazing advice.
Right? It's as simple as that. I'm sick of this crap, right? It just cop ontos ourselves, right? There is more important things to be worried about than a show that was done in the past or our movie, right? Down there, I'm sick of this crap. Worst movie I've ever is Now You'll See Me Boring and Stupid movie. Are you talking about Wonder Woman 1984, Daniel? I'm offended by people being offended, says PD Rich. Well, get out of me strain.
Awesome one's offended by not being offended.
I'm offended by not being offended, says Austin one. Oh, Jesus Christ. But this is the way it's gone, isn't it? It's gone crazy. But yeah, I loved me movies back in the day, but it is weird when I'll mention a movie to Cheryl and she says to me, I genuinely don't know how to react sometimes when she says, I've never seen this movie. And I'm like, really? You've never seen this movie? It just really, really bothers me. Actually, I was like, what do you watch in America? And then kind of think to myself,
You've never seen Frosty the Snowman or Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
Oh, for fuck's sake, will you get away? Oh.
So I'm offended by that.
You locked down over there for Christmas. Well, we got to. They were very clever. They let us visit our families, like for a few hours Christmas Eve.
All the restaurants, pubs closed at 3 for an indeterminate amount of time.
So I got to see my parents and my niece and nephew, for a few hours. We didn't stay long because there was other members coming over. So the way it was done was, you know, because of the social distancing and all that other news. So we'd leave and then whoever else was there would leave and then other family members would come and visit then. So that's the way it was done this year. But we're in lockdown now again. So yeah, back to the lockdown. It's going to be interesting to see how long it goes. But apparently that variant strain is here as well. But that's because we're idiots. I mean, we let you Brits in. I don't know why we do. We should close our doors to you, to be quite honest with you. If you have that variant over there, why should we open up and let you fly in? But that's what we've been doing because we're thick. We don't do anything properly in this country. We're idiots. You know, look at what news it. Listen, we can laugh, right? We can say that your woman in New Zealand, you know, she got put all these restrictions in place and people couldn't do that, and it was like a dictatorship, right? But look at the country now. They were able to enjoy their bleeding Christmas, weren't they? Out and about, chill out. Why? Because they did things properly. They closed their borders straight away. They stopped people from moving around, right? And now they're back to normal, yeah? And we're all still in bloody lockdown. And ask yourselves why we're still in lockdown. Because you got idiots out there. It's not as bad as everybody's making it out to be. Well, it mightn't be, but you're still spreading the bloody thing. Seriously, man. Cop ontos ourselves. I'm not saying, look, I'm not going to say to people you should do this and you should do that. It's up to you what you bloody do. But I'd say to people, stop being said, you know what? This thing has pointed out one thing to me. We're a society full of selfish people. There's a lot of selfish people out there. They only think of themselves. And then unless they're personally affected by something, that's when they act. They act when it's too late. Right? We would have been out of this lockdown long ago. Right? When we done the first lockdown, if everybody had stuck to the rules, and that includes the politicians, because they're the ones that start breaking it, so other people start breaking it. The politicians let themselves down, and then when people seen the politicians do that, then people were saying, well, they're telling us to stay at home, why should we stay at home? And then these idiots then all came together then, they formed a group and all of this, and now you got them out doing having marches and all, telling everybody they shouldn't wear masks, we're being oppressed and all of this rubbish. Well, my government didn't tell us that we forced us to wear a mask. And this is what I keep telling people. What is God getting upset for? Did they force us to wear a mask? Did they say, you've got to wear one? No, they didn't. They advised you to wear one. I'm sick of it. You know, I'm just sick of it. So we would have been out of this a long time ago if people stopped being selfish. New Zealand is perfect. They were able to celebrate that Christmas, weren't they? They're able, if they do, I don't know if they celebrate Christmas in New Zealand. I think they do, but if they do, they had a very Merry Christmas, didn't they? They're able to see all their loved ones. Fucking idiots. I haven't been able to see my 8-year-old daughter for F's sake because these idiots disregarding the rules. See, I know it's not fair. There's a bigger and wider picture here, you know, and there's businesses going out of business as well because of this, because of idiots. It's ridiculous. I'm sick of it. I don't care what side you're on. Just use common sense. If you're asked in the shop to wear a mask, wear the fucking mask. Unless you have an underlying medical condition, then you really can't wear a mask, which is another issue altogether. But I know there are people out there that can't, and that's fair enough. But for the rest of us, you know, and I'm sick of all this crap. Well, the mask doesn't work and all of this, that, and the other. So what? Even if it didn't, right? Why not let people put it on if they want it, if it gives them a bit of comfort anyway? Right, anyway, Cheryl is right. Let's get back to the old happy stream. So back to movies that Cheryl hasn't seen because I'm intrigued. Is there a big movie out there that we've all seen or you know that most people have seen that I've spoke about besides Back to the Future, another popular movie out there that you haven't seen that everybody else has?
Well, in America, people are offended that I haven't watched Field of Dreams.
Oh, for God's sake, you haven't seen that either?
It's sports balling. I can't be asked.
If you build
it's not like a league of their own. That was funny.
If you build it, he will come.
Oh, I can't be asked. No.
I can't believe it. I can't. Do you know what? Do you know what I should have done? Do you know the way some couples do out their kind of list of people that they've been with? What I should have done with Cheryl was do a list of movies that you haven't watched. Yeah. And I should have looked down and say, right, let's see if this woman's the right one for me. And read down the list. I would have got halfway down and say, really? Oh.
Yeah, what are in the chat? If you can think of a movie that you'd be absolutely gobsmacked that I haven't seen or that you think everyone should have seen, let me know. I have seen Jaws.
Seriously, man.
No, I can't. I don't. The sports ball. I saw Major League. Major League was entertaining.
This is a good movie. It's not just about baseball.
Has fucking Kevin Costner in it.
Is the main team of the movie.
Kevin Costner makes me sad with his acting.
Hold on, bub. It's not about watching baseball. You're not going to watch. There's a couple of scenes where you
look. Hear people talking about baseball.
No, there's a stop. You have to watch it. It's a heartwarming story.
No, I don't have to. I have to eat and breathe, but I don't have to watch it.
She has watched, she has watched Indiana Jones, I think.
Yes, I've watched Wrath of Khan. I've watched Iron Man. Yes, Galaxy Quest. Matter of fact, one of the guys I went to high school with that I was really good friends with is an actor still currently, and he was in Galaxy Quest. He actually had a role that you probably recognize. So anyway.
Wow. Boo fucking who? You know, these people.
None of those movies, no. Really? Not the
motion picture. Have you watched the very first Star Trek, the motion picture?
Yes.
Rocky.
Yes. The Breakfast Club is hands down my favorite movie of all times, probably.
Yeah, she has seen the Breakfast Club. She can't stop bleeding going on about that.
I have it memorized. I own that movie. I've seen it for gazillion times. Yes, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, of course.
Yeah. Do you know what? I don't like that movie. I used it back in the day, but it's bleeding boring now. Final Fantasy games as a kid, then in any movie. I didn't even know they had a movie myself, so there you go.
Daniel, The Princess Bride is the other movie that I will watch all the time, hands down.
I love that movie.
The Princess Bride.
We watched that a few months back, didn't we?
I watch it all the time. I quote it ridiculously. Yeah, I love
Yeah, good movie. It is actually a good movie. I love that movie.
that is one of the most perfect movies ever.
I'm just Robin Hood with Kevin Costner.
Okay.
Oh, you didn't.
Yes, I've seen it, and I would like that time back.
Well, I actually have to say it's probably one of the look. No matter what people say, I think that movie is actually not bad. It's yes, Robin Hood should be played by an Englishman. I'm sick of the way they keep getting an American, but Kevin Costner didn't do a bad job. Clockwise.
I've not seen Time Bandits.
Yeah, Time Bandits. Pan's Labyrinth. She wouldn't watch.
No. A Fish Called Wanda. Yes, absolutely a favorite.
Independence Day,
a favorite.
Yeah, everybody's watched.
Yes.
Speed.
Yep.
Yeah, she's watched Speed. Speed 2 Cruise Control. Absolutely rubbish. Just want to throw that out there, folks. That was absolutely appalling, actually. I don't know why Sandra Bullock agreed to do the second one. If Keanu Reeves wasn't going to be in it, it was never going to be a success anyway. The Lawnmower Man. I've seen that. I love that movie. The Lawnmower Man's a great movie, actually. A Few Dollars More. Well, she is a Clint Eastwood fan, so I'll be surprised if she didn't.
I have not.
Okay, she hasn't watched it. Clint will be
I have not watched many Clint Eastwood movies.
Oh my God, he'll be disappointed in you.
Well, no.
Yes, he would.
No, because the only reason I met him was I was drunk at his place. It wasn't like I sought out to find him.
Oh my God, she heard that. She just says it as if it's a normal thing. I was drunk at his place.
You know, it was later that day after Wolfgang Puck had made me lunch, so and poured me some wine. It was a good day.
Yeah.
I was really
watched Ghostbusters, but she hasn't watched the 2016.
No, I tried to watch the 2016 because I didn't want everyone's stuff, and I've gotten 10 minutes into it and can handle it. Yes, run it. Robin Hood Men in Tights, absolutely.
We're men in tights. Yeah, yeah, love it.
I've seen Conan the Barbarian. I've not seen
Harry. Yeah, I'd watched the Dirty Harry movies.
I think the first Clint Eastwood movies I watched were the Any Which Way ones with the Clyde.
Oh my God. The Dark Crystal.
No.
Of course she hasn't. The V
Is that the Disney movie or Muppet thing?
V series.
I don't know what that is.
Sinbad, The Eye of the Tiger.
No.
Alien Nation.
No. The Stephen King stands? Yes, I've seen those. No, you need to educate your woman. Probably. Yeah, I was just kind of hanging out. I was at his private residence in Tehama, and we were just drinking wine out on the balcony, and the next thing you know, Clint shows up and he's like, "How are you?" And we just had a great chat. Yeah, I'm very Kaz about it, aren't I?
She actually had a photograph taken with him, which I've actually shown a few times.
I am really just laid back. But yeah, the time I met Clint, yeah, we're buds.
Alien, someone wants to know.
I've seen Alien, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, at least you've got some taste. Young Frankenstein.
Yes. Frankenstein.
Sorry, I keep getting mixed up with the names. Frankenstein. I don't know, man. Cheryl is such a name dropper.
I know. Can you imagine? Lee, what about the people that do that all the time? How annoying are they, right? No. Spaceballs. I absolutely hate Spaceballs. As one of the Mel Brooks films I do not like.
Eyes Wide Shut.
Oh yeah, is it the one with Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Face Off.
No. Doesn't it have Nicolas Cage in it?
Yeah, get away. Get out.
I've
No.
seen all Star Wars movies in the theater,
That's it.
except for
Divorce.
except for the
Where's me solicitor?
Rise of Skywalker, or the
Come here.
Skywalker, the latest one. Yeah, I've seen them all except for that.
Swordfish.
No.
The Godfather trilogy.
No.
Oh my God.
I'm not watching a horse head in a bed.
Oh my God. I can't believe it. I really can't. She did never seen the Godfather trilogy, folks. Oh my God.
I don't even like Marlon Brando.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That's it. We're done. Have you seen the Time Machine?
Seen all the Superman movies.
Have you seen the Time Machine? Don't ignore me. Have you seen the Time Machine?
The who?
The Time Machine.
No, but I know the movie you're talking about.
For God's sake. Oh, she hasn't even seen the Time Machine. Oh, geez.
Yes, same Dr. Dave. Saw all Star Wars movies on original theatrical release except for the last one. Yes, The Exorcist, terrifying.
Hellraiser.
Is that the one where the guy has pins in his face?
Yeah.
No.
How are you just finding out this now?
Because you know what, Charlotte, let me explain this. I'm going to answer this. How is he just finding out about it for now? Because Noel talks nonstop. This is probably the first time I've actually gotten to say more than a few words. He's just now finding things out because he couldn't have been bothered to ask. Just kidding, baby.
Have you seen Scarface?
No.
Oh, for God's oh my God.
No, I have not watched A Streetcar Named Desire.
Oh my God.
Yes,
no,
all of Lord of the Rings.
No, isn't this kind of your job to sit with Cheryl and watch these kind of things? You don't understand, folks, right? This is the thing with Cheryl, though. If there's any...
I feel like I need more alcohol now for this conversation.
Sort of animals harmed in it, or there's real gruesome, horrific scenes, you know, or you know, ultra violent. Cheryl doesn't like it, so it's very hard to get her to watch these things. You have seen Goodfellas?
Oh yeah.
Right. Thanks be to God. That's some saving grace.
Am I clown? Am I comedian? Do I make you laugh?
But I have to let you. You have to watch Scarface, though.
I don't have to.
Okay, but you really have to.
Yeah, but I don't.
I think you do. Hands up, right? Everybody, press 1 if you think Cheryl should watch Scarface. Garbage says, "Have you seen RoboCop?"
I threw up in the theater when I saw that the first time.
All right, she threw up in the theater the first time. She watched RoboCop, not because of anything in it, but because she's feeling.
Your man blew up.
Oh, because your man blew. All right, so she did. She actually, that was that week that she puked her ring when she's saying, your man.
Really pissed.
Clockwork Orange.
No.
The Last Starfighter.
Isn't Kubrick's Clockwork Orange?
Yeah.
I hate him.
Right, she doesn't like Kubrick. Oh my God. Right.
So mark your calendars, folks. This is the day the relationship imploded.
You have seen the 1953's version of War of the Worlds.
Yes. I had to watch that in school.
And she has watched Schindler's List, by the way. But
yes.
Yeah. That is a very powerful movie.
You know what? No, just because it's random right now. I forgot. We need to watch series 2 of the thing we were watching. Was it just yesterday? I've lost all track of time, you know.
Series 2 of what? Oh, yeah, of that bloody... Yeah, but do you know what? After watching that... No, right. So this thing dropped on Netflix and we...
Hold on, let me just stop for a second. I have to say this right now because this is so brilliant. This happened yesterday, too. Noel and I are at the point where I can do this. Noel, we need to watch the thing with your man. And he absolutely knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah. But
no, Daniel, I was warned not to ever watch that. I was told I cannot possibly emotionally handle The Boy in the Striped Pajamas.
No, you won't be able to. Actually, that is a very powerful movie as well.
So last night was it last night we were watching it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so we were watching this. It was the detective that was the detective, sorry, that was responsible for outing Jimmy Savile. Right now, we know some reporters did as well, but this was the cop that basically, start building the portfolio, the case against Savile. So that's what he's most famous for. So what he's decided to do now for a documentary thing on Netflix is to take on some of these missing person cases. Well, the fourth season was about a missing woman, but her husband was convicted of a murder, even though there was no body. And then he basically took on the case to try give your woman's daughter some answers. But I have to say, fourth episode was great. But Cheryl will admit this as well. I felt very disappointed at the end because it's like the first episode's great, so we got all the details in the first episode. And the next three episodes were filler episodes. Even by the end of it, I was kind of pissed
It
off.
could have been an hour and a half.
Yeah, they could have just made it, but it was 45-minute episodes. But we will watch season 2 because it does look interesting. And I have to say, it does look interesting, but season 1 was a bit of a letdown. It seemed like there was too many filler. There's only 4 episodes, but at least 2 of them could have been taken away, and you could have shaved it down to an hour and a half as Cheryl's documentary. But no, they had to make it into 4 parts, and yeah.
Each show had at least 20 minutes worth of previous footage from before. So
yeah, and that's the thing that I didn't really like about. But we'll watch season 2 because that's what we do. Normally, some of these shows do start off kind of mediocre, and they do get better because they listen to feedback. Someone has asked, have you watched Taxi Driver? And I'm actually reluctant to ask you that because it's one of those most famous movies out there with Robert De Niro. Have you seen Taxi Driver?
Yes, I have.
Oh, there you go. So there. Yeah,
I think that's another question.
But we do watch a lot of stuff. Like me and Cheryl are a bit weird. We'll sit here and we'll watch murder, mystery stuff, and then Cheryl will say, "Oh, let's watch some scary videos." Now we'll sit there and we'll watch paranormal videos or whatever, or creepy story videos. I mean, we do have a weird interest in that way.
It tends to always unsettle Noah when we're watching, and I break down how they're committing the crime wrong, and what I would do differently. It tends to unsettle him at times.
Yeah, and then Cheryl hates it because every time we watch something, I have it figured out even before the end, and then she's always like, "Oh, you are right about." I know, yeah. I just can read people sometimes, and
no to the Deer Hunter and no to Midnight Cowboy.
Midnight Cowboy, is that the John Travolta one where
No, that's Urban Cowboy, and No Daniel, Not Rise of Evil.
Oh, Midnight Cowboy, yeah, I know which one. I keep getting mixed up with the two. Yeah, Urban Cowboy is a bit, yeah. I mean, if you didn't
have you seen Silkwood, Noel?
What?
Have you seen Silkwood?
Silkwood? Is that the Cher one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have. Yeah. Who hasn't? Yeah. See, I have watched all of these movies. Have you watched Mask? Not the Mask, not the scary one. The one with Cher.
Problem being, you're not even gonna we literally discussed this last night. He was if Noel goes missing and there's no clues, I'll know it's you.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Cheryl would slip up, because Cheryl. There's one thing that Cheryl is actually bad at. So she'd commit the accuracy and then she'd start panicking. That's where she'd make mistakes.
I would.
Trust me, she would make a mistake. She'd leave.
No, it would be perfect, but then I'd start overthinking it.
Yeah, and then that's how she'd get caught.
Yeah.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
I don't really like Mrs. Doubtfire.
There's something wrong with you. You need to get a life. Seriously, you don't like Mrs. Doubtfire?
No, it's fine. It's just not what I don't ever like if it's on and someone wants to watch it, I'll watch it. But it's never like I would like, oh yeah, Mrs. Doubtfire, let's go.
Oh,
Rain Man, Forrest Gump. Now, yes.
True Lies.
Yeah.
Okay, get out of town. If you
Match,
haven't taken
yes.
note
Steel
of that.
Magnolias, yes. Terms of Endearment, oh yes.
Oh yeah, she's into all our. Yeah, she has a thing for the royal family. So if there's anything on the royal family, she'll watch any documentary, any bleeding TV show. She'll watch. She has watched the Tudors with me. We have watched The Crown. Uh, I know there was at one stage she wanted to watch Victoria with Jenna Coleman, but that never bleeding happened. But I've heard good things about it. If anybody has
Airplane is one of the best
Victoria,
movies
let me
ever
know.
watched. I don't.
Popeye.
I
I've
quote
seen
it multiple
Popeye.
times a day.
Cheryl, have you seen Popeye?
Yes, I don't. Kramer versus Kramer. Yeah, the film Happiness. I don't know anything about that. I don't know it. An Airwolf is a no.
Did something wrong with you?
Apparently, look at what I chose to marry.
Pulp Fiction. Oh no, she doesn't like Quentin.
No,
You know, so don't
I
even
hate Quentin Tarantino. I absolutely hate Quentin
movie
Tarantino.
because
I'm
again,
still,
my
I'm
wife-
still traumatized from last year when I flew out when I had to go back home, and I just minded my own business on the plane, and then your people in front of me are all watching, like the entire line of people in front of me are watching. What was it? Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
yeah,
I got to see out of the corner of my eye someone beat the crap out of a dog, so that was fun on the flight.
Top Gun.
Yeah, absolutely. In the theater.
There you go. Yeah, you don't have to ask her about Blazing Saddles. She loves all of those.
I have seen that movie. I don't even know how many times.
Someone wants to know if you watched The Evil Dead. Are we getting into horror now?
No.
The 18
Yes, not Knight Rider. Yeah, Tarantino, I just can't be asked.
There's something wrong with you. And problem being,
Again, we established that.
Tarantino either. You two need to get a life.
Bleh.
Yeah. The Lady Killer's the old version. I did like the updated version with Tom Hanks as well, but I do agree with you that the original is actually much better. Tarantino is highly overrated. I will say he is overrated, but I think he is a great filmmaker and a great storyteller. Um, Richard Martin, Rocky 1 to 4, and the problem being says he loves Mel Brooks. The Evil Dead is funny though, says Rossi G12. Yeah, but she wouldn't watch anything like that. I mean, Cheryl's not into not listen. If I put Anne on like that, trust me, I won't get any sleep, man. This woman can't even watch bleeding. What was that? Yeah. So, oh yeah. Do you know what I was gonna put on for her? And then I changed my mind because I know exactly what would happen. Because the last time Cheryl watched that and scary, she couldn't sleep. And she kept coming in and out because she was that scared. I was going to put Sinister on. Sinister. Right?
No, I've not seen Zulu, Daniel. No.
So then I thought, I better not actually do that because if I put Sinister on, she'll never, ever sleep again. So that's why we never watched it. I had second thoughts on that because even she reacted to jump scares a few months back, and we did a video on it and we threw it up. And if you see her reaction to even a little shitty scary videos that aren't really that scary, I mean, I wasn't even reacting at all. I mean, she reacts to the slightest little thing.
And that reminds me, while we're talking about things, would one of the mods that is on top of stuff, which is not me tonight, clearly, mine, no problem being Mary Poppins, it's not too scary for me. Mine putting up Teddy's Christmas video, because if you haven't seen it, Teddy watched a video on Christmas and he was super into it. And, you know, it's not the greatest recording, but it is adorable to watch him. So feel free to pop over there.
Yeah, so I love The Fly. I love the original movies, and then I love the Jeff Goldblum one, the first one, and then obviously the second one where Eric Stoltz he plays the kid. in it. I like the two of them, but again, Cheryl wouldn't watch the second one because it does feature animals, and that features animals. Cheryl's just not interested. But the first one is absolutely fantastic, and the second one for a sequel, I actually thought the sequel was very good. Yes, I have watched Ice Station Zebra. It was actually on. They show it on Film 4, or not Film 4. I think it's is it TCM or Film 4? It was on one of those channels anyway. I recorded it. Cheryl actually doesn't understand how I can record a movie with advertisements in the that goes to ad breaks, but we're so used to it that it's
Thank
not.
you, Lee.
Uh, so yeah, I watched that. I think that's a good movie. And the video is up. Um, the video is up, so there you go. If you haven't seen it, it's actually funny. You should check it out. If I had a camera, I'd play the song live now and let you see him react to it live, actually, because I think he'd still react to it live now.
Oh, I could actually do it.
Well, then, do you want
but they can just watch the video.
Do you want to bring him in then and let him see it? Let's see.
Yeah, I'll get the video. Give me a second.
Yeah, I seen that THX 1138 movie. Very good movie, actually. Underrated. Should certainly check it out. Invasion of the Body Snatchers, both versions. I love both versions, actually. I agree. I do love the Body Snatcher movies, actually. It's always something that's freaked me out though a little bit, waking up and finding these strange plants, and then all of a sudden there's pods, and then you've been taken over. Am I bringing Ted into you? Or are you coming in to get him? Son of a YouTube unsubscribed me from Teddy's channel. No wonder I didn't get a notification. Yeah, they've been doing that with my channel as well. If you are subscribed to Ted's channel, we will be trying to throw up more videos. Actually, if you could see this dog now, you would actually laugh your head off. So I've been washing his bedclothes, and I have a few beside the washing machine there before I throw them in. He's literally at the going in and putting himself under. Look at this.
Oh, baby. Okay, I'll bring your blanket.
Yeah. Oh, that is funny. If you hadn't seen that, I'm telling you, he's something else.
Ready?
So yeah, I mean, I love all those movies. I love as well. I have to say, love Dawn of the Dead, the original Planet of the Apes movies, the TV show. Look, I grew up with Monkey Magic, as it's called, back in the day. I grew up with all of those shows. I moved the camera a bit more to your other side. Yeah. Right. So he can sit on his blanket. Right. As soon as you play the song, though, he'll probably calm down.
Okay, hold on.
Right. Wait till you see this, guys. Here we go. Go. Look where I'm looking at the screen. He never does this first.
Oh, he's sitting.
Would you like to go on rookies? Squirrel. Sit. Dinner time.
What do you think, Ted?
Come on, buddy.
Hello. Oh my god.
Would you like to go?
Now,
Good boy. He
yeah,
is
is that good? Very funny, very funny. I love the way he reacts.
Yes. Oh, come here, buddy. Here.
Actually, he reacted. That was the way he reacted the very first time he seen it because we played it so many times that he was starting to bark. It was starting to annoy him, but because he hasn't listened to it now in a couple of days, he gave the reaction. But yeah, it's see the way listen. Here's the thing: we tell that dog to sit, he won't listen.
He's
Right?
not sitting now.
That woman in the video tells him to sit, and he sits. And then you see the way his head turns when he keeps hearing the sounds. It's brilliant. I love that. I mean, we found that song by accident, and the first time he reacted to it, I was amazed because he never sits down. But that was brilliant.
Good boy. Good.
So yeah, Ted doesn't know. He doesn't have the attention span. So that's why I'm actually surprised every time he does sit down and watches that video because it's the only time we can actually get him to sit down. To be quite honest, yeah, maybe one day we should just play that song in a loop for him.
What's your daddy talking about?
So my dog will watch TV, but not the iPad.
I actually didn't think he would watch the iPad, but for whatever reason, he follows it. So, because I was told that dogs weren't able to see things on the screen and react to it, but he definitely does, and he does like when I've called when I've been out of town, like when I've been in the United States, and I've called. He's very much focused on the screen.
Yeah, he is. So
I mean, it might just be the sounds and there's just a direction to look. I don't know.
that's it. That's it. It's called Doggy Love, says awesome one. Yeah, he's a good little chap, I have to say. I love when he reacts to little videos like that. But you can watch his reaction. There's another reaction video of that video up on, as we said, Teddy Terrier Tales.
Yes, Lee posted the link earlier.
Yeah. So check out the channel. And of course, if you're into watching someone gaming and streaming, game streaming, I should say, the Irish Geek as well. Go and check it out. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do. And please make sure, because Chris is right. He was just saying that he was unsubscribed by YouTube on your channel, Cheryl, Teddy's channel. So make sure you're still subscribed to all the channels that you are subscribed to, if you don't mind, because you know they are doing that. So you know, I don't know why they do, but Jesus. But yeah, there's still a few people talking about Wonder Woman. Haven't seen it. As I said, we will check it out ourselves, and we will do as soon as me and Cheryl watch it. If she's up for it, we might do a little reaction video to it. But I'm certainly not going to listen to all the review videos that have been done on it so far, because I'd rather watch it untainted by anybody else's view of the movie. I'd like to find out for myself how good or bad it is, if it is. You know, so I'll watch the movie myself, but I have seen by some people's reaction, by a lot of people's reaction, that this hasn't went down well, but we're still going to watch it. So, because that's the only way we'll find out, is if we watch it ourselves. And Alpha Omega again.
Thank you.
With a $10 super chat. Says, check out the Irish Geek Gaming channel, because Alpha Omega does be there all the time, actually. He does be there.
Lee's like, okay, but don't bother. Seriously.
No, well, we're gonna watch because look, you might all hate it, but I might actually love it. Might surprise
Actually,
you.
Lord, you know what I was most excited about? This is the weird thing. This is the thing that was kind of exciting for me, but Chris Pine is I'm not interested in him as an actor. But then I realized he's the son of the top officer from Chips. And then I kindly became a little bit interested, but only just because, it was a 1980s reference. It's probably not the reason. But yeah, I like Chris Pine.
As if
He's like Captain Kirk.
unfortunately, we will be. So, get over it, Lee. People.
Lee has strong feelings.
Yeah, I know he does. But listen, if you put yourself through that and you thought it was torture, well then, okay, you won't love it. You won't even like it. Well, you never know though. So you can't influence me. I'll watch it myself. And if
Daniel, post the link up for your channel because he's doing a live Q&A tomorrow. So Daniel, post the link in the chat.
Yeah, do that, man. Do that.
Dun, 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 dun,
on your channel in anyway, so oh yeah, but again, see, this is the problem though we're gonna get now. You're gonna see if these movies get released on streaming services. Obviously, if America gets some movies before we get them over here, then what you're gonna see is you're gonna see a lot of reviews, and that will in some cases taint people's perception of the movie, and they probably won't even check it out. And I think we're getting into a very dangerous territory here. I think people should be should make up their own minds, to be quite honest with you. So yeah, even though I have seen, and I've seen spoiler-free reviews, even though I have seen some negativity towards this, well, a lot. I will say there is a lot. But I have seen some positive things. Some people are saying that, yes, even though the script might be the greatest, the actors did kind of well with what they had. And yes, it does have its problems, but there is a story in there. So again, I will have to see for myself. And the only way I'll see is when I watch it. So I'll give it a go. I did like the first movie. I'm willing to give the second go. Listen, we kind of knew, even going into it, that there might be a slight chance of a shit show because JJ basically came in. It was actually screening well before he made the changes, and then it was screening badly. So that did actually annoy some fans that apparently this movie was doing well with the people that they brought in when they were testing the movie. But it didn't do so well then after the changes were made. But
I feel like Lee right now is Kevin Costner in The Bodyguard, and we're Whitney Houston. He's just jumping in front of us slow mo to save us. Like, no.
Yeah, but doesn't matter. I'll watch because
that was the image I had. I felt like everyone needed to be a part of my brain weirdness for a minute. Ted's going back out.
Just like the fans of this movie, though, because we don't know how good or bad it is, but there's already fans of this movie attacking Schneider Cut fans, and I think that's wrong. But this is where we're at. But I will watch it because I want to see it for myself, and I will review it. That's the whole point of my channel. I watch these things. Is might necessarily like them. I might like it. I mightn't like it at all. I might have the same opinion as everybody else, but I will only know when I watch it myself. So I don't have to be saved from watching a movie. I will watch it, and then I will see what happens with it. And it'll be the same with all the other movies that come out as well. So because it's very important that that we all have a chance, to watch. But I do hate the fact that, it's gone back to the old days. Because I used to love when movies were released worldwide at the same time or within a day of each other because there wasn't much spoiler. But now with this new streaming nonsense, America could get out for a couple of months before we even get it. So for us over here, especially on this side of the Atlantic, we're going to see a lot of reviews, and it's going to be tainted. And I think we're getting into a dangerous situation there because you want people to be able to make up their own minds about a movie. You should, you know what I mean? Yes, you can give your opinion and say, listen, this movie isn't the greatest, or it's a great movie. But at the end of the day, you're not there to influence other people. You're just there to give your opinion. And if people agree with you, they agree with you. If they don't, they don't. So we will see. A lot of people have said the writing is bad. We will see. I'll watch it. I probably will agree with you. By looking at the trailer, I already said this didn't look too good. I didn't like the CGI. I thought the CGI was awful. And some of the reviews that I've seen, the spoiler-free reviews, they have brought up the CGI. So they said the CGI is awful. So we'll see. Again, I will check it out for myself. But is there any other, Cheryl, is there any film that's getting released in 2021
No.
you're actually excited to watch?
I don't know.
Wow.
Like I'm trying to think of what movies that are coming out because it seems like everything is a reboot, and I'm over reboots. I don't want to see redone stuff. I want to see new stuff. I'm sorry. I'm in a freaking heap right now over Lee with
Oh, Jesus.
He has such strong feelings. It's hilarious. He's literally like, I'm laying on a grenade for you people.
Yeah.
So I don't know what movies are coming out that aren't reboots.
Right, well, we have, for example, what have we got?
I guess I could look on.
Well, we've got the whole Marvel and DC. They've got a few movies coming out. Where about Ghostbusters? Yeah, someone said it. Ghostbusters Afterlife. How about that one? See, no.
I mean, yeah, but I'm afraid of what they're going to do to it. And still, it's like, I was excited for Ghostbusters sequels back, in the 80s. Like, I don't want them now because I've already enjoyed them and I don't want things to be ruined, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was going to say, like, what? I don't even know what movies are supposed to be released because everything keeps changing, So, coming soon. I'm looking through IMDb for things that are coming. And I'm in March right now. Hold on. May, June, July. Oh, you know what? August 13th, I'd be excited to see the Aretha Franklin movie, Respect. So, because that looks like it's going to be brilliant, and it's got Jennifer Hudson in it, and she's amazing.
Yeah, she's
no, still not on. I know I keep seeing everyone's like Dune. I'm like, nope, didn't watch. Wasn't Dune like an original thing? Didn't Dune happen before?
I think it was I'm not sure the history of it, but I do know, if I'm correct in saying, there was a game. I think there was an old movie or TV show. I don't know, man. It's not.
There was some. I know there was something. But literally, I'll be perfectly honest. The only thing scrolling through absolutely everything, current releases and all of that stuff. The only thing I'm even remotely interested in is the Respect, the Aretha Franklin movie with Jennifer Hudson. That's it. Like, I'm still looking to see if there's anything. I'm like, yep, no, can't be it. No. Because the thing is here's where I stand on the reboot thing. Thank you. Dune was out in 1984. I knew it was like really old. I wasn't interested in it at the time because I don't know. I was into dance my dance troupe at the time, but still, yeah, crazy. My thing with reboots is I love them as they were, and I know they're terrible and bad and they're cheesy and everything, but they make me happy. Like they're just feel good kinds of things. So I like going back and watching the originals when I'm feeling nostalgic. I mean, now, not to say that there aren't reboots that haven't been done that I don't enjoy, like for instance, Charlie's Angels. I enjoyed the Cameron Diaz, Lucy Liu, and Drew Barrymore ones. I did enjoy that. Hi, Ted. So I mean, there's been some that I've enjoyed, but it was, you know, fine. Like if they wouldn't have happened, I don't feel like my life would have been, you know, missing out had I not seen a movie version of Charlie's Angels. I mean, I was okay. I mean, and the difference was one was a TV show, one was a movie, so it's a little different, and they changed it up. But I mean, just to redo a movie, I don't understand the point. I just would rather watch the original movie. So like, I really am only interested in seeing things that haven't already been to the screen, whether it's a book, whether it's a book that exists that just hasn't been made into a movie yet, that I'm okay with, or a TV show that hasn't been adapted into a movie, that's okay. But it has, come here, Ted, it has to be something different, because I don't want to see stuff I've already seen. I can already do that.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing that really jumps out either for me, except for Ghostbusters 2016. But I don't mind a remake if it improves or it's near the same level as the original. For example, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. The Gene Wilder one is the far superior one, but the Johnny Depp one is not a bad take on it. And it did, I have to give it to Tim Burton. It did have that classic feel about it. And that's what I liked about it. And I do like that movie. And I know there are people out there that don't like it, but I do like the Johnny Depp version. I do. I do. I have to admit the Gene Wilder one won't be. But that was a movie that came close, in my opinion. It was the same with The Omen as well. Not The Omen, the Amityville Horror. They did one with Ryan Reynolds, which gave a little bit more backstory than the original did. And it actually wasn't a bad movie. Ryan Reynolds was actually crazy in that movie. It actually wasn't bad, but you won't beat the original. I don't mind if they do remakes if they come close to what the original was, or they put a different spin on it. But,
sorry, Ted's wrecking my head. Were you talking about the Amityville one?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where I am with that. Like, if it's, I'm with you on that.
Yeah. If it's done properly, look, there's too
or like
many.
if the movie was dated because they made it look so
Yeah.
1970s and you can't take it seriously, like something like that, and they want to remake it but keep true to the original thing, like make it just so that it's more timeless. I'm fine with that, but I don't want them to just remaking movies just because, like, why not? And changing everything.
Well, listen, I do like there's a few people that don't like the Johnny Depp version. Listen, I do like it. I love the original. I've always loved the original, and I always will. But I like that version. I'm sorry, but I do, and I'm gonna admit it. I actually like his version, and I love his kooky. Some people have said he did a weird Michael Jackson. Even if it is a weird Michael Jackson, I liked it. I thought he was very good, very sinister. Actually, this movie was far more sinister than the original. There's undertones. It's brilliant. Now, listen, I like it. I'm not going to lie, so I will defend it. I think it's good. They can do remakes. I mean, Scarface was a remake. So, I mean, from an original movie. So, I
But
mean,
did it stick true to the original movie?
it doesn't matter. They did their own take. That's what I'm saying. If they
Yeah,
do,
as long as it's not like they're
even
just,
if it's the
what I
same
don't like is
name.
that they take something and they're just trying to be like, oh, look, I can make it so much more clever. But it's a matter of just being like, but I just want everyone to be stupid. I don't know. There's something about remaking a movie because you genuinely love it and want to pay it tribute, and then redoing a movie just because you want to be clever. And I have a problem with the last one.
Uh, Nerdaholic says Christopher Lee is the best part of that movie. I do love Christopher Lee in this movie. I have to say, I do. And I know people are kind of sick of Johnny Depp. They were at that stage, but no.
Lee, we are not on about just randomness. Tonight is literally just a random conversation. We're currently just talking about movies at the moment.
Yeah, we're just doing a random stream tonight. We just wanted to surprise you with just a random stream. Because as we said, we were getting a bit restless, and we just wanted to come on, say hello, see how everybody see how everybody was getting on. Did you just enjoy our Christmas? I have to say, as we said at the start there, Christmas was actually pretty good. You know, it's not the Christmas that we all wanted, but I made the best of it, and I actually enjoyed it, and I feel very refreshed as well. So yeah, can't wait for next year now. Onwards and upwards, as they say. But yeah, we just said we'd come on. We ran about anything, and if you just want to ask us any questions as well, I suppose. What are your favorite songs, films?
Ask any appropriate questions.
Yeah, appropriate. Nothing to love the randomness. Random. Oh, I can't even say. Hail the Glynns. Hail Nerdaholics. Hail, Sean.
Hey, Nerdaholics.
He remade. I like the remake version of War of the One. I like the Tom Cruise version though, but I love the original.
But again, I'm with Charlotte and all of them on the remake.
I think it does work. But
I think I'm with all of them on the remake that you don't. It's like the movie was fine. Like life would have continued to go on without it. It's not like life was made better by the remake.
It doesn't matter though. Sometimes people do like to revisit these stories and do like to see a new take. It's like when you go and see a play, right? They'll do a play 1 year, but 10 years later, then it won't be the same play. They'll put their own little spin on it. It's the same with everything else, with movies, music. You see it in the music industry all the time, especially Christmas time. I mean, you like some of the cover versions that are done of originals, don't you? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So it's the same with movies. It's
I can see that.
Do like the remakes, and there has been good remakes out there. Like there has been. It's not as if this is a bad thing. The problem is that Hollywood and every other fucking film studio now has this thing that remakes is the future. And that's wrong. You should have a remake, say, 1 every 2 years or 1 every 3 years of a franchise or whatever, if that's what you want to do. But you don't make every single thing that you want to do a remake. And that's what, unfortunately, they're trying to do. And it's not going to work because they don't do them justice. We've seen it with Ghostbusters 2016. I mean, you couldn't even get past the 10 minutes of it. I actually watched that movie. I've put myself through that movie 3 times. I can't believe it.
Alpha Omega asked about the season finale of Mandalorian.
Right.
Your thoughts on that one?
Right. We will be doing the review of it, but I'll say this to you. As you know, I'm not traditionally a Star Wars fan, right? You know that. Right, so Mandalorian has kind of sparked a love of Star Wars in me. I have to be honest. I knew as soon as he took the saber out who it was, right? But how did I feel when I actually seen his face? I was blown away. I have to be honest. The one thing that actually popped into my head while I was watching this: what a Christmas present for Star Wars fans, and what a way to do a character justice. But there was one scene that did get to me, and it was the scene with Mando and the child. But what annoyed me is the scene would have had more impact, as Cheryl said at the time. The scene would have had more impact, right? We know he took off his helmet, right? But if he had took off his helmet right at that point to say goodbye to the child, right, that would have actually broke everybody. I believe that scene would have had more resonance and would have broke everybody. It was such a touching scene, but I think there was just something lost in it because he'd removed his helmet before, and it kind of tainted it a little bit. But there was still enough there for me to that really hit me. Actually, I have to be honest, because the realization popped into my head is that we're not going to see this child now probably in season 3 at all, and that kind of because the child became it wasn't a gimmick, and I kind of miss the fact now that we're not going to see the child, or you never know, we might, but yeah, look, from start to finish, that was a homage to Star Wars fans. I think Jon Favreau. Look, I know there are people out there that aren't still fans of this show. That's fair enough. We will never changes our minds, but for the majority, and I think what this finale did, which kind of I'm delighted to see. I've seen a lot of comments on Twitter and social media saying, "I never thought I could feel this way about Star Wars again." And that was the thing that I took from it, that this little show has sparked something in Star Wars fans again, and they want more Star Wars. They want it now. And you know what? I'm glad it's The Mandalorian because I think Jon Favreau deserves an awful lot of credit. He really does. And he released images just recently, I think, of George Lucas on set during the Ahsoka Tano episode that they were filming. There was a lovely shot of him and what's her name, Rosaria Dawson.
Rosario Dawson.
Yeah, and she's smiling, and he's there, and George looks absolutely happy. And look, I think this was the moment for Star Wars fans. It was either to accept or to continue to reject something that I don't think is that bad. I've all said that you didn't want the political agenda in it. There is none. There is none. I don't care. Does someone say, strong female character fighting? No, I don't buy that. You watch the whole show in the context, it made sense. I'm sorry, I'm not buying that. Right? I dispute the fact that people say it's boring. It's not boring. Yes, it's a slow burner in season 1, but season 2 they stepped it up. I love this show. This show has sparked me love of Star Wars, and I'm going to back it and I'm going to support it all the way through its run, no matter what. And if it does get bad, I will come out. But right now, I have to say, 2 seasons in, Jon Favreau and his team should be proud of what they put on the screen. And fair play to them for sparking or reigniting Star Wars fans' passion again. Because I did. People said, I didn't. I can't believe I could feel this way about Star Wars again. That's what he did. That's what he did. And this is not member berries. Remember, this is him trying to undo what was done with The Last Jedi. This is something that's going to move this franchise forward finally. And people should embrace it. They really should. The Mandalorian deserves the support and the love that it's getting right now. And every actor and actress that have starred in it deserves to give themselves a pat on the back. Thank you for giving us something that we can actually get behind and something that's fun. Yes, it does have its problems. It's not a show that's perfect. We know that. But if they continue to churn out the stories the way they're churning them out, and they happen to be interesting and good, I'll continue to watch. Cheryl, is there anything you want to actually add about The Mandalorian? Because you are the Star Wars fan in this household, and you know your love of Star Wars goes back obviously to the original trilogy, and you've obviously watched every movie, bar obviously the last one. What did you think overall of The Mandalorian finale and the show overall?
I mean, overall, I love it. I do. I think it's brilliant. I think it's found its footing. A couple of the episodes in the first season, like, it didn't seem like they could kind of figure out how long to make it. It either seemed like it was rushed because it was too short, or it was dragging because it was too long. And I think they found the balance better this season. But the ending one, I mean, oh my gosh, again, spoilers. I lost my mind because as soon as I saw the X-Wing, I knew. And then when I saw the lightsaber, I knew. I just knew, and it was just so exciting. And even though it had kind of got ruined for me and it had me thrilled or whatever, I just kept grabbing you with the whole like, oh, it's gonna be Luke, oh, like, I mean, it was such, I mean, it was like the reaction I had as a kid finding out, the next Star Wars movie was coming out. Like, I remember when, we were going to see Empire Strikes Back, and it was super exciting. We're going to go see it at the drive-in. And I mean, we were just psyched for it. So that's how I felt when I thought that was Luke coming. I'm like, ah, and that's been the reason why, even though that's ruined for me, I haven't been able to bring myself to watch Rise of Skywalker because people have just kept talking about it, and I want to make sure I can watch it where I can just do it. So now I'm going to have to start with, I've waited too long, so now I'm going to have to do one of my marathon Star Wars binge where I have to decide, do I just want to start where? And it usually involves watching all of them.
The music score for that whole scene, and then when he reveals himself, is perfect. That piece of music just even adds more emotion to it. It was, listen, if I was I've watched a couple of reaction videos as well, and there's a few where they're literally crying. There's Star Wars fans crying. Their Christmas, listen, this was a Christmas present. It's Star Wars fans have been very bitter over the last few years, and rightly so. Cheryl didn't know the reason why until unfortunately I put on a reaction video and your woman let the cat out of the bag. Maybe you should have watched it before she found out, but Cheryl found out what happened about Luke Skywalker through a reaction video. So obviously, Star Wars fans have been very disappointed. They've been gutted. And this gave them Luke Skywalker back. And that's why everybody got emotional. And that's why I think this resonated a lot with people. I just hope Jon Favreau and his team now continue to do what they do and not let, as some people fear, let Kathleen Kennedy get her hands on it. But I think that the overwhelming success of this, I think she'll be told to keep well away, to be quite honest with you. This is look, I think the reason why they've announced so many shows is they're trying, they will get her to work on other shows, and then you guys then as Star Wars fans can make up your minds whether you just want to watch them or not. But I think this is Jon Favreau's baby and Filoni's, and they do seem to again, another photograph with George Lucas, and it looks like, even with the child, when he was holding the child, it seems to me that Jon Favreau and Filoni and whoever's working behind Mandalorian are very keen to get George Lucas involved, or to bring him in to show him what they're doing. They want to get him involved. And again, this is why I think the Mandalorian should be support. These guys are trying to include Lucas, right? So he'll see something, and he will be giving his opinions, and I guarantee they are listening to him. So, again, I loved it. I can't wait to see season 3. Someone said it's not. I think we've already seen. I think when they announced the shows, Mandalorian season 3 comes back next year, 2021, around the Christmas time. So that's when that's supposed to be coming back, not 2022, 2021. I think they already announced it. Season 3 will be dropped. Why would they wait 2 years? It's madness. You strike while the iron is hot, and right now the Mandalorian is hot. So yeah, I think Star Wars fans should be a little. I'm not saying they should forgive and forget. Never. Never forgive and forget for what Kathleen Kennedy and co did. But this does seem to be a genuine olive branch, whether it's from Favreau himself because he's a geek and he knows how you are all feeling. But it is a bit of an olive branch, and it's a start, And I think this is the future of Star Wars. I don't think we'll see, I don't think we'll see the big Star Wars movies anymore. I think this is the way they're going to go. I think they'll play it safe for a few years, and then it'll be like I said this. It'll be like an Avengers Assemble thing. They'll do all these shows, and then eventually, then they'll all meet up at some point for a movie, and that's what you'll get. That'll be your new Star Wars trilogy. They'll probably do a Star Wars trilogy that way. That's what I think. But yeah, I mean, Cheryl, it has been good. It's been a good steady start for the Mandalorian, and I do agree with you. You're right. They got the balance better in season 2, and it did kick on. But it must even get better now for season 3. Though it has to.
Yeah, I mean, we won't be getting it until 2022. So.
Well, that's not. No, I think they said 2021. I think everybody's getting confused because the night they announced it, I read an article that said it was going to be released Christmas 2021.
I thought it was pushed back, but I'm definitely not.
Someone said it's already being filmed, so I don't know.
That may be. Like, I just thought that's the case. I definitely don't know.
Well, yeah, I think, but it all leads to a Disney trilogy now. How do they fix that? No, but it leads to their own trilogy. This is what they've wanted to do all along. They've wanted to do their own trilogy, right? But they didn't know how to do it. Now they've got all these TV shows, right? So you get the main characters from each of those TV shows. They meet up then eventually in a big screen movie. They've always wanted their own trilogy, right? But the problem that they had is because there's love for all of these older characters, they had to integrate those older characters in. Now that they've killed them all off or whatever, right? Now they can do their own trilogy. And I think this is why we're getting all of these TV shows. They're going to do their own trilogy with these characters. So your Boba Fett, your Ahsoka Tano, they're all going to meet up in the movie. It's going to be like an Avengers style thing. That's what I'm only speculating. I'm not saying I know this for a fact, but that's what I'm speculating. That's the way I think they'll go.
Yeah, well, Chris Purse is saying, and a couple other people are saying that Boba Fett is 2021, but Mando 3 hasn't been filmed yet. So
okay, right, so that's fair enough. You guys,
and I think that's the only way they can postpone Mandalorian, like people not flipping out about it, is because they're giving them the Book of Boba Fett.
Well, we'll see what happens. But you are, yeah, I believe yous because I haven't checked that, because obviously
I mean, honestly, with the pandemic, I don't like. I kept thinking of movie release dates the same way I'm sure everyone in England was thinking about Brexit.
See, like, that's what I heard the same as well, but everybody's saying it's Boba Fett. But I did hear what Garbage said, because I read an article on it that said 2021, unless the article got it wrong and they meant Boba Fett. But I did see December 2021. I see Christmas Day is when. See, that's how actually adamant I am about it. It was Christmas Day 2021 is when they were going to drop the first episode of season 3 of Mando. But if it has been pushed back, I don't think it'll be a movie, but I do know what you mean, Noel. I think it'll be more like a Netflix Defenders crossover TV season. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. I think, that'd probably be a better way. Those were Favreau's own words. Hold on, did you?
Good night, Charlotte.
Right, well, we're going to be heading off now soon. You are probably right, guys. Look, I haven't read up on it, so you are probably right, because obviously I've been off over the Christmas. So if you are saying it's 2022, well, then I'll take you as our word for it. So that's a bit disappointing, actually, to be honest with you. But I will check out all the other shows. I'll give them a go. just to see, give them a couple of episodes each, see which ones I actually, because that's the way I'm not, I'll watch them all, I'll give them all a go, but I don't think I'll watch them all, if you know what I mean. There might be one or two that'll be crap. I'm not a big fan of the cartoons or the animation ones. They don't look, but I'll give them a go and see. I mean, I think Lower Decks is kind of tainted any animation that I see now. That bleeding thing was awful. So I hope Star Wars doesn't go down that route and try to be funny like that, because they're not funny. It's awful. But listen, we're going to head off because we've been on for 2.5 hours now, and we just wanted to come on and see how you were all doing, do a little stream. But I have to read this comment.
Drop us a comment if you want.
TV Zone UK just voted BBC best channel of 2020. Yeah, TV Zone UK, right? You take no notice of them. They're like the Radio Times and all of those other places. I wouldn't be listening to them. Sure, they said Jodie Whittaker was great at one stage. Will you get away? She's one of the worst doctors we've ever had. Don't know how she even tops a list at this stage. Well, we do, but I wouldn't be listening to them.
So if you'd like more Cheryl and Noel streams, leave us a comment or put something in the chat or put the one or whatever. Go ahead and do that. And because I don't want to forget, and I hope I didn't forget anyone because I started writing things down and then, drinking happened. But for the generous super chats and sticker from Alpha Omega, Kip Ellis, and Nicholas Horton. Did I miss anyone?
No, you didn't. And I just want to say thank you again. Yeah, Cheryl's right. We really do appreciate even you guys and everybody. We appreciate you all even coming here and listening to us just ramble about whatever we're rambling about tonight. We just wanted to do something a little bit different. But it was fun. I just wanted to come on because do you know what we did? We missed being on, but we wanted to have enjoy our Christmas, and we did. I have to be honest, I really did actually enjoy my Christmas. I didn't think I was going to enjoy it as much.
And also garbage, he wouldn't let me type the title in for him. That's why that's there.
What? The gift of the gab with the Glynns. What's wrong with that?
Well, you have a capital I next to the G, and then you have a with a the Glynns.
Oh, feck off. Who cares? Who cares?
I do. It annoys me.
No, but that's how they know it's really me. That's
how people know it's you.
So if anybody's impersonating, remember, right? I'll just admit this, right? Listen, I won spelling competition.
Hi, Renee.
For years, right? I was actually very good at spelling, and then I got a smack of a bus in the car, right? It does do a lot of damage, all right? So yes, if you see someone with perfect spelling, right, it's not me.
No.
Right, it's not me, because I always get one or two words wrong all the time, and I admit that, but that's nothing to be ashamed of, and I'll never be shamed for that, even though people have tried to shame me for it. But I won't.
No, Chris sent you the article. The article links in the chat for the Boba Fett and story on Mandalorian. And Renee, yes, I think if it seems like people like me and Noel doing a stream together, so we would pick a set night to do the two of us, because I'm not just gonna flip on. So that yes, it'd be that. And Nerdaholics, Noel's finished Christmas dinner video. Let me tell you about that. He did it. It was great. It was lovely. It was wonderful. And then he needed to clear up some space so he could load it up to YouTube, and he deleted it.
Yeah. So I had the roast potatoes done to show you. The stuffing came out perfect. The turkey actually was perfect. I'm not lying to you, as it was. The ham came out perfect. I had all the other veg and all to show you, right? I had everything set up on the counter just to do a pan over of the whole lot with my camera phone. Literally 2 minutes talking to you about how I cooked it and all. Really chuffed and proud of myself. And then I go and delete the fucking video like a fucking idiot. But here's the thing. If you did like those videos, now, as I said, obviously, I'll wait until I get a better camera, because then I can move a camera around or leave a camera on, and I can actually prep live But if some people did like, if you did like those cooking videos, I'll do them on the Irish Geek if you want me to, and I'll do a few cooking videos if you like. Let me know. And also, as Cheryl says, if you want us to do streams on this channel, we'll pick a day. As I said, next year I'm going to be moving some of the streams around the making room. So Cheryl and myself will be if you want it. So if you want us to do streams, whether it's a watch along, whether it's to talk about random stuff like we did tonight, whether it's to do TV show, movies, or talk about music, or whatever it is you want us to do a watch along or stream on, let us know in the comment section when this stream goes up, folks. And what we'll do is then is we will start streaming together a little bit. It'd be nice that Noel could join in the stream today. Thanks for yeah.
Mine is a very happy, positive stream.
Yeah. No, but we'll keep it as positive as long as Cheryl keeps me restrained, which she can do, which she did quite well tonight. I only had one little rant, but it was justified. Captain Jack John Barrowman is an ambassador for Doctor Who, and if people still have a problem with him, well then I'll say go back to the 1930s or whatever it is you want to be back in, because you've no place here, and you've definitely no place in this fandom. How dare you? That has actually annoyed me. I love Captain Jack. I love Torchwood. I've always been the one that's wanted Torchwood back. I've been screaming to the top. I've always loved the Torchwood. Noel is a good guest for Cheryl's channel. Use all.
I agree.
Now, use all need to just listen to me now, right? If I wasn't here in the first place, right, you wouldn't have the beautiful Cheryl here, right? So remember, don't slag off the host, yeah, which is me. She's my guest, yeah? Okay? Okay? Is that fair enough there, woman?
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening to you.
Yeah, of course you weren't listening. Nobody fucking listens to me anymore. Yeah, so Back to the Future's on Wednesday, part 2. And if you want me and Cheryl to stream, you have to let us know now. Because Cheryl won't do it unless you comment, right? Because she needs she needs verification whether you liked her on the stream or not. So you will have to leave.
I'm like Sally Field. You like me. You right now. You really like me.
Yeah. So remember,
my theory is I don't want to come on and think I'm being, witty or funny, and people will be like, "Oh my God, Noel's wife's on and she's boring me to death. Please make it stop."
Okay, I will. Right, I'm gonna shut her up now. Right, I've got something to show you though before we do leave. So for anybody that's live and hasn't had a chance to look at it, obviously I do a stream with Ninja Knight on Wednesdays. Now, obviously because he's moved and the Christmas period, we haven't actually done one in a while. But just remember, Lee was working on a trailer for it. Well, he finally finished the trailer. And for anybody that hasn't seen it, I'd just like to play this before we go, because I just want to say, because I want to say to people in the comments as well, if you're looking for Lee to do any work, check this out. Obviously, he's used new software, by the way, new animation. This is absolutely blew my mind away. And I just want to say publicly again, Lee, thank you very much. This is absolutely fantastic. I love it, start to finish, brilliant. Even the piece of music that you've picked. And the good news is that I was able to get the 180 one on StreamYard. So here we go. Here's an exclusive look of the new trailer for Crack in Time. There you go. What do you think of that, folks? And Lee says he also, so this is Lee's own music as well, by the way. I didn't know that, Lee. That is I love it. Listen, I've watched it over and over, and I know a few people have said the same thing. I've watched it over and over a few times. It's bleeding brilliant, man. I love it. So yeah, that's Lee's work. So if you need any channel rebranding done or anything like that, Lee, do us a favor. Actually, throw your channel in there, will you? In the chat there, please, if you could. So if you are looking for someone to do some work on your channel, Lee is the guy to go to. And I have to be honest, it's brilliant. So it's a play on words, a cracking time and cracking time. Says garbage. Yeah, it is. It's absolutely brilliant. I have to say. But can't wait until we actually use it officially, which will be soon. Hopefully, we start back to normal in January. So we'll get everything kicking off.
And you know what I'm going to buy?
Well,
A planner.
yeah, okay. So Cheryl's gonna get everything planned up behind the scenes and make sure that I'm sharp and I know what I'm doing. So that'll be fantastic. So right, we're gonna say good night. Yeah, Lee, put your channel up, which you've already done, I think. So there's Lee's channel. Please do check it out. Please do subscribe to his channel. And as I said, if you are looking for some work to be done, I mean, he did the logo that I'm using there now. He's rebranded me Facebook pages and me Twitter account. And as you can see, the YouTube channel as well. He has provided a lot of the trailers, actually all of the trailers that we use for all of the main streams that we do on this channel. So listen, check out his work. He's reasonable prices as well. He is. I mean, that new trailer is absolutely fantastic. I mean, I being honest with you, he sent me photographs of it, and it kind of had. I even said it kind of has a Rick and Morty feel for me as well because I love Rick and Morty. So it kind of has that kind of feel for me as well. So I love it. I absolutely love it. It's brilliant. But yeah, as I said, he's the man to go to. So, Cheryl, I'll give you the final say. Believe it or not, I'm actually going to shut up because after you finish saying your goodbyes, I'm going to just play the trailer. So I'll just say good night to you all. Thank you for joining me and Cheryl. I really do appreciate it. To everybody in the chat, thank you, and especially Alpha Omega, Kip Ellis, and who else was it? Super chat, Nicholas Horton, wasn't it? Thank you all for the super chats. I really do appreciate it. And Lee, again, thank you for a cracking trailer. Cheryl, I'll leave the last words to you, love.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much to everyone for joining us. Thank you for everyone participating in the chat. We are very appreciative of the gracious super chats and stickers. Thank you again to Alpha Omega and to Kip Ellis and to Nicholas Horton. Thank you to our amazing moderators who are always there to help out. Please check out the links that are in the channels for everything you want to see. And feel free to put in the comment section things you'd like to see Noel and I do a joint stream about. Like, you know, if it is movies, suggest some movies. If it's, you know, just regular banter, that's fine. If it's just what can Cheryl do to embarrass Noel, you know, whatever, it's cool. And we'll always have like a magical teddy cam. So we'll work on that because I'm not good at updating his channel. But I did post in the chat his link so you can see him watching his little Christmas song. Other than that, we hope everyone had a Merry Christmas. We're hoping you're enjoying your holiday, or if you don't celebrate anything, you hope you're just enjoying some peace. And we wish you all a good night and talk to you soon. Bye.
I was going to give Cheryl the last say, but I forgot to say Daniel just threw it up there. He's doing a live Q&A.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. Daniel's doing the live watch or live Q&A tomorrow on his channel. Daniel, put the link in again.
Yeah, make sure you put the link in. What time is it for, Daniel, actually? Let everybody know what time it's for as well. So yeah, so Daniel has that. We'll wait until he actually throws that in the chat again, or if someone could do that for him. Go and check Daniel out for his live Q&A. And if you haven't subscribed to Daniel's channel or any channel that has been thrown into the live chat, please do. They're all good people and deserve a little bit of support. So we're just waiting.
I'm going to actually say goodnight, and then I'm going to head off because I'm going to take Teddy out potty.
Okay, so, love, you go
ahead.
You go ahead. Thank you for joining me, by the way.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye, love. Bye.
Bye.
Right, so as soon as Daniel throws that in, or one of me mods throws that in, I will end the stream. I just wanted to kind of be the last thing that people see so we can get more people to support them. So, it's from 7 to 9 UK time. 7 to 9. So 2-hour Q&A with Daniel on his channel. If you could throw the channel in again, please. Sorry about that. If you could throw the channel in again. There you go. It's there. Chris has put it in. Right. Good night, folks. Thank you for joining us. We will see you next week. Obviously, it's coming into next week. Tomorrow's Monday. But I will be back for all you guys that like watching me on the gaming streams. Please do join me tonight. I will be gaming at some stage tonight. After I have something to eat, maybe, and watch something with Cheryl. And then, we'll be back Wednesday then for Back to the Future 2. And then we'll do Back to the Future 3 on Friday. And then Saturday and Sunday, then, if you just want me and Cheryl to stream again, we'll stream again. Actually, no, next Sunday, I forgot, actually, is the festive special. So I'll have a panel on. So I just want to actually make that clear. We'll have a panel, actually, on the festive special, because we will be talking about it, because some of us will brave it out and we'll actually watch it. So I forgot about that. We will have a panel, so don't worry about that for the festive special. So thank you all. You have been absolutely fantastic. The support that you have given me over this last year especially has been absolutely amazing. It's meant a lot to myself and Cheryl. And as I said, onwards and upwards for 2021. Next year, we will have a lot of things planned, and we will have more fun streams, as I said. And maybe next weekend, Lee, before I watch the Doctor Who special, we'll do some Blake 7 actually next weekend. Just to lead up, watch something good, decent sci-fi before we watch that abomination. And I'll try get on to some of you as well on Discord. I know I haven't been on it much, but I'll try get on and say hello, maybe tomorrow when I have a bit of time, because I've literally to cook now again. Cheryl I think she's just going to have a turkey sandwich, but I'm going to do a turkey curry. Believe it or not, turkey curry. So there you go. That's what I'm going to do. Right. Good night, folks. I'll talk to you very, very soon. Have a good one. Stay safe and enjoy the rest of your holiday. And thanks for the support, as I said. Good night.